Corner infield spot. On the other side, you've got Sean Figgins, played center field and third base last year. He's the third baseman this year, except right now he might be out the first month because of broken fingers on his throwing hand. Meiser Turris and Rob Quinlan have to step up.
That's right. Two totally different players in contrast, no doubt, Biz. But one, Meiser Turris, probably be getting most of the time because he's going to probably platoon these guys. Meiser hits left-handed, but he's got the team speed. He's got good speed, real soft hands that Socia likes. On the other hand, when left-handers are pitching, Rob Quinlan, he hits 325 off lifetime off of left-handers. He's got some sock in his bat and some big hits. So really, the Angels are going to be okay until Figgy gets Figgy with it again.
We'll talk more about these stories throughout the ball game as the Freeway Series continues. It's the final spring training game of the year, and that means number 27 ready to get after it. Big Daddy Vladdy and the Angels next.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado, the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today.
It's on whenever I feel like gossiping.
When I get together with my buddies.
It's on, even when a bad storm hits.
Verizon handles over 1.2 billion calls a day with over 99.9% reliability. Now that's tough to beat. So go ahead, talk all you want. Verizon will be there for you.
My phone is always on.
Verizon, it's the network.
Got an MLB mindset? You'll need it. The #1 baseball game is back. MLB 07, The Show. Rated E for everyone. Available on PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable.
Most vehicles can help protect you during an accident. We'd prefer to help you avoid one altogether. The 2008 Lexus RX with 14 actively safe features. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
There's no bigger name in golf equipment than Roger Dunn Golf Shops, and no better place to save. You'll find the largest selection of top brands in clubs, balls, shoes, clothing, and accessories at guaranteed low prices. Plus, you'll get our exclusive 90-day satisfaction guarantee on every purchase. Improve your game. Come into Roger Dunn Golf Shops with 6 convenient Orange County locations, including our Santa Ana Superstore.
You need to borrow this baby? You let me know.
No, I'm good.
Better than good.
Everyone loves an upgrade. Get yours at the GMC Upgrade event. Trade in any eligible vehicle and get an 07 Sierra 1500 extended cab work truck for around $21,900. Plus get 0% APR on any all-new 07 Sierra. Hurry, offer ends April 3rd.
You're watching FSN West.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by the new Buffalo Chicken Sandwich at Carl's Jr. Spice up your day. Welcome back to the Big A for the Angels and Dodgers. Angels at 18 and 14, most wins in the American League West. The Dodgers at 17 and 15, tied for second most wins in the National League West. It's the Freeway Series. The Angels won on Thursday 6-1, then lost last night 13-4. And here's the Dodger batting order. Brady Clark, James Loney, Matt Kemp, and then Wilson Betemit. Career high 18 home runs, 9 with Atlanta and 9 more with the Dodgers. Anderson, Valdez, Abreu, Martinez, and Stinnett round out the Dodger 9. And on the mound for the Angels will be Joe Saunders in his second year, 25-year-old lefty out of Falls Church, Virginia. He's looked sharp this spring.
Saunders has got a lot of poise. Mike Butcher, the new Angels pitching coach this year, really likes the kid. He thinks he's got a real good future because of his 4 pitches that he throws in command with all 4 of them. Fastball, slider, changeup, and a curveball are his repertoire. Saunders, he's got the mental toughness, and I like him. The fact that his makeup on the mound, he doesn't give anything away. His emotions, he's emotionless. That's perfect.
And he was honored before the ball game as the Angels minor league pitcher of the year last year. 18th and beat Cleveland in his first start. But he won 10 games in the minor leagues at Salt Lake City, and his first pitch is just outside with a fastball facing Brady Clark, who's acquired this week from the Milwaukee Brewers. Good heady outfielder. And this was a young man they needed after the injury, the collision between Jason Repko and Rafael Furcal. And Clark pops it up left side. Reggie Willits in left field. Garrett Anderson given the night off.
Defensively sponsored by Lexus. We're going to see Gary Matthews Jr. highlighted because he was on so many highlight reels last season. This guy's got great legs, good skills, had a nice healthy spring. He's adjusted well to his new teammates, and man, he's going to make that defense click. Last year, this catch was unbelievable how he contorted his body. Went way over the wall in Texas at Arlington. Look at him, looks up the wall. That's athletic fizz. You can't teach that. He's got skills.
And Ron Renicky is the Angels outfield coach, and he said this guy gets a great first step and has excellent quickness. Now Saunders to face the left-hander Loney. And then there's Gary. He's 32, and he comes from Southern California, so he was really looking forward to coming home. And Loney has had a heck of a spring, batting .409. This young guy trying to just knock down the door to the big leagues.
This guy's a tremendous player now, and he's going to be in the future. He's got a real high ceiling for his skills. He can hit from the left side. And Brady Little talked about it before the game, how he'll be seeing him at some point this season. Now Saunders, on the other hand, what makes him so good is his big curveball against left-handers. Let's see if we see one here, 1-2. Perfect time to throw one.
And that is the pitch, Rex, that curveball that Mike Napoli was telling me before the ball game that Joe has really improved on this spring.
But that's also the pitch that aggravated his forearm this spring too. He had a little bit of a problem there. Now there's the 2. The deuce usually means a hook. There it is.
And Loney stays with it nicely, and Matthews has to chase it. I'll tell you what, that's an impressive swing for a 22-year-old to stay with that pitch and use the opposite field.
He can flat out rake. He's a real good young player.
James Loney likely will start the year at AAA Las Vegas.
I mean, you know, what more can the guy do? He hit .380 last year. He led all the minor leagues in hitting. I mean, you know, he has nothing to prove in AAA, but when you got a good team, a solid team like the Dodgers are and the Angels, you know, these 2 teams are contending teams. And when you got contenders, all the jobs are taken.
Well, here's another top prospect, Matt Kemp. Big guy at 6'2" and 230 pounds, just 22 years old. Both the Dodgers and Angels, 2 of the top minor league organizations. Matter of fact, the Angels, for the 5th consecutive year, Baseball America ranked the Angels minor league system among the top 5, and they're the only organization in baseball that can say that. Mike Scioscia very proud of that, and he says it goes back to general manager Bill Stoneman and the emphasis he put on the minor leagues and the expansion of the scouting department, not just in the States, but throughout the world. 2-0 pitch to Matt Kemp, and he swings and misses. And Saunders' money pitch, his strikeout pitch, his get the double play pitch has been the changeup.
And what that does for a hitter is that the hitter's out in front because the pitcher messes with the timing, and he usually hits the top half of the ball. Nice little ground ball pitch.
That's lined back up the middle, so the youngsters come through. Loney with a single, now Kemp with a single, and Saunders has to scramble out of trouble here in the 1st inning.
And they're not missing. These guys are right on the ball so far tonight, kind of like they were last night against Urban Santana. Look at that nice short swing. That ball is right down the middle, saying hit me. Good short quick swing. That's ideal for a hitter. Hit the ball right back where it came from. Nice stroke.
For 2 on. And Joe Saunders now will face Wilson Betemit. Another young player, the Dominican, picked up last year from the Atlanta Braves. And he takes the first pitch, breaking ball, strike one. And Betemit has a look like, no, it must have been high. But the home plate umpire is Brian Runge, now a veteran, and he called it a strike. Good numbers last year. We told you 9 home runs with Atlanta and 9 more when he was traded to the West Coast. Missed low.
Grady Little, he brought all of his players, but he's not playing the A guys right now. You're going to see a nice lineup with the Dodgers with Vercal leading off, Juan Pierre hitting second. Jeff Kent's going to be in there. But he's got some of these young, impressive prospects going tonight. Now Betemit, on the other hand, he's a guy that they hope will bloom into. He's got a lot of nice talent. He hits from both sides of the plate. They kind of sometimes question his fire, though. He has a real laid-back personality. Well, and that's okay. Baseball, you want to have that. But you got to have some kind of internal fire in you. They're hoping that shows this year.
Well, he's been elevating the fastball, and it's a 1-2 count. Looking for the double play. Would you go change up away?
Saunders is missing with everything so far in this inning, but certainly want to keep the hard stuff out of the wheelhouse of the Betemit. So the soft stuff's going to bring the double play ball for you. Cabrera and Howie Kendrick have worked a lot this spring on turning their twos.
Well, he just does miss low, and Betemit stays away from it. Joe does have a good 2-seam fastball. It seemed like he got out of trouble so many times for that off speed, and that is a terrific pitch at such a young age. Joe Saunders, just 25. Line to left field for a base hit. Loney had to hold up to make sure it got past Orlando Cabrera, so the bases are loaded and 1 out, and they are striking it on the screws against Joe Saunders.
He went soft, but everything's up. So we'll check it out here again. He's a little bit out in front, but still he hit it off the end of the bat. Ball was down, but still out over the plate.
Trying to get a feel for his stuff. 1-0 this spring. 5.59 earned run average. In there with the fastball, and again the bases are loaded. Loney at third, Mad Kemp at second base, and Wilson Betemit at first. And the batter is Marlon Anderson.
Oh, what a player this guy is. Look at those numbers. That's half a year. He came over in a trade. What a lift this veteran brought him.
Napoli goes to third, but Loney got back in time.
Good to see Napoli back there. He had a good spring. Angels are set with their position players for years to come. And to be a catcher behind that man right there, Mike Scioscia, you got to love that. Mike put a little extra pressure on those catches because he was a great catcher himself. But so far, Napoli has looked good in his. You know what? He didn't quite get a full year in last year, but he's got a lot of learning still to do. But they like his signal calling. He's improved defensively in his time last year as a halo up here in the show. And he's got the power swing.
On the ground, Kendrick has it, goes to the lead runner, and they will score a run because they cannot get the double play. Anderson runs too well, and the Dodgers take the early 1-0 lead.
That's nice, though, man. You know, that was a good turn there. I like Howie Kendrick ranging far to his left and went ahead and showed that strong arm across the diamond. To see a second baseman try to turn that to.
Well, he knows he has to replace a defensive whiz in Adam Kennedy, who signed with the St. Louis Cardinals. It was Kendrick's time offensively, but the coaches rave about his defensive improvements, not just this spring, but over the last 3 years.
I saw Howie in spring training last year and was impressed with him. I mean, good feet. You have to have the feet, the footwork, to play the middle infield spots. I mean, offensively, Call the cops on those. I've never seen numbers like that. Even Donnie Mattingly, the great Donnie Baseball, didn't have numbers like that in the minors.
You spent 6 years in Class A ball.
Oh.
He spent 1.
That's
and
it
is hopped in the air. A tester for Gary Matthews. It drops, a run scores. It's 2-0 Dodgers. And it's an RBI single for Wilson Valdez.
Saunders, he's getting hit hard and he's getting doinked a little bit here in this first inning. It's spring training. There's another kid, Valdez. Now he's on the bubble trying to make a spot here as a utility player. Matthews playing back, but sometimes when a guy takes a full swing and he hits it off the end, it fools the outfielder a little bit.
Now Tony Abreu. Saunders brings the first pitch, and it is off speed for strike 1. Tony Abreu, they really love his future. He was named the Dodgers' top rookie in spring camp. Might make the big club because of the injury to Rafael Furcal, who had the high ankle sprain in that collision with Jason Repko. Next pitch, the 25th for Joe in the inning, and it's right down Broadway, and he has the edge 0-2.
One of the reasons that some publications picked the Angels and Dodgers to win it all this year is because of their depth and their young players. They both have very talented minor league systems. We mentioned that.
Slow roller to Cabrera is Quick Doss right on the money to Casey Kochman, but the Dodgers scored 2 off Saunders early to take a first inning lead.
Most vehicles can help protect you during an accident. We prefer to help you avoid one altogether. The 2008 Lexus RX with 14 actively safe features.
You got a free pass. All right, lively show today. Don't go anywhere. Pete Carroll joining us. It's the Herd delivered by the new AT&T on ESPN Radio. Oh, Kobe wouldn't do that. He's just trying to draw a foul. Michael Jordan spent a career drawing fouls. He didn't punch anybody in the face. I just wish boxing was still great. Apparently Jeter and A-Rod are no longer dating. And for all these people who rip Marty Schottenheimer, at least his teams qualify for the postseason. And I'm supposed to...
Hard to turn off. Join the Herd with Colin Cowherd.
How does it feel to own America's favorite truck? The Ford F-150, with more towing power and more payload than anything in its class. You hear some pretty big claims about trucks these days, but no one carries the load of a Ford F-150. So why fool around with an imitation? Ford has been America's favorite truck for 30 years. Hurry in and get 0% for 60 months on a new F-150. It's that simple. It all ends April 2nd.
The Dodgers with the early 2-0 lead over the Angels. Let's check out the Angels starting lineup. They'll lead things off with Gary Matthews coming over from the Texas Rangers, then Orlando Cabrera, and of course the man in the middle, Vlad Guerrero. 325 career average and 300 each of his last 10 seasons. Hillenbrand, Kochman, Kendrick, Asturias, Napoli, and Willits, and Anderson just getting the night off, so he'll have back-to-back days off before opening day. The starting pitcher is Brad Penny, big guy, 6'4", 260 in his 8th big league season out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And he delivers to Gary Matthews, ball 1. Penny last year won 16 games. This spring 0-1 with a 10.64 earned run average, but he had been sidelined with stiffness in his front shoulder, but felt comfortable enough to throw his first splitter in a game this past start. He threw on Monday, Hud, threw 80 pitches over 4 innings versus the Mets. He said he felt great afterwards. Great numbers by Gary Matthews. He said this could be a double. He has excellent speed, and there he goes cruising into second base for the Angels.
Man, that's automatic. Penny tried to throw a little off-speed pitch to him, and he just doinked it over Betterman's head, the third baseman. That was, you know, that's one thing hitters like. Once they make some contact, they know that's extra bases. on the outside corner, up a little bit, just could get his bat on it. You get those extra base hits lots of times right out of the box. You've got to hustle from the very beginning when you leave that batter's box.
Now Orlando Cabrera. He did a great job last year getting that man over from second base. That's the Angel style. Get him on, get him over, and let Big Daddy get him in.
Batting third, number 27, right fielder Vladimir Guerrero.
Guerrero with another terrific season in 2006, knocked in 116. And the Angels really had a dismal offense. I mean, they were 8th in batting, 11th in runs scored, but Guerrero, even without protection, was able to swing at pitches sometimes out of the strike zone, like right there, and do some damage.
You mean from his nose to his toes?
That's
how flat he goes. Hey, look, though, he could care less about his spring training numbers. And today is a spring training game, but when that bell rings, watch out.
Shallow fly ball right side, and tagging as Matthews makes the catch and comes about a third of the way down. Ball is cut off by Loney, and Vlad just couldn't get it deep enough to get Gary in. Still, you know, number 27 will get it done this year because he has the history to prove it.
That's right. Look at that. That's a lot of years there with production that's amongst the best in the game. Big Daddy. So Penny, he's got a couple early outs, just thrown 6 pitches compared to Saunders, who had to throw everything but the kitchen sink in the first. But this is a hacking ball club. The Angels always have been.
They do have a couple of guys in this lineup who could be very good on-base percentage guys. One is Mike Napoli and one is Casey Kochman. Shea Hillenbrand was acquired by the Angels after last year spending time with the Toronto Blue Jays and San Francisco Giants, but combined in the American League and National League busted 21 big flies.
He's a veteran hitter, no doubt about it. But when Juan Rivera, their star left fielder and DH guy last year, he had such a great year when he broke his leg in winter ball. They go, oh man, we got to get somebody to pull the DH duty. So Hillenbrand got the call, and he's going to be a real nice fit. He's got some power, pull power, occasional opposite field power, but he's going to hit some doubles too. Good DH, and good time in his career.
A ground ball hit to Betemit. Throws out Hillenbrand. The Angels threaten but do not score. Dodgers take a 2-0 lead against Joe Saunders to the.
The Nissan National Sales Race is on. We're in a race to sell 100,000 Nissans in one event. Get awesome deals on every single Nissan, like $3,500 cash back or 0.9% financing on the Nissan Titan King Cab. 100,000 Nissans by April 2nd. Get to your Nissan dealer now and start your savings.
At Real-Time Sight and Sound, it's fun choosing the right home theater without taking all day. Hi, I'm Skip Myers. More and more people are discovering that shopping at Real-Time Sight and Sound is time well spent. It takes minutes, not hours, to realize just how amazing your home entertainment can look and sound. Real-Time is your one-stop shop for audio video. Our highly trained, dedicated experts are devoted to helping you select what best fits your needs. We have lots of TVs. We have lots of audio equipment, all for less than you think. You'll get more for your hard-earned money at Real-Time.
How you communicate is key, especially if you are in the communications business like we are. And that's why we ditched the big old phone company and we switched to Cox Business Services. Their digital phone service saves us money. Their high-speed data service saves us time. And their customer service, well, that saves our jobs. Cox even designed a special package that gave us immediate savings. We're all about better ideas. Cox was our best one yet.
You're watching FSN West.
The Angels lost an excellent outfielder in the offseason when Juan Rivera broke his leg. Reggie Willits and Tommy Murphy are scheduled to be the backups. And can you talk about their contrasting styles, Hud?
Both of them are really nice backup players at this point in their careers. This guy here, Willits, he's a little bit more fundamental than Tommy Murphy. He's a good bunter. Scioscia likes that. Good speed. Gets the little thing done. Both outfielders very aggressive. Now Murphy, on the other hand, he's a switch hitter with a little bit more power. He's an aggressive runner too, but similar styles, both of them, and great to have for depth on your club.
One thing that Reggie Willits also brings is the fact that he has a very good eye. Had a high on-base percentage at AAA last year, 45 when he walked 77 times.
What impressed? That's awesome pitch there. What impressed Mike Scioscia the most about Willits was he put him into pinch bunt a couple of times. And that's a challenge right there to him off the bench, saying, "Hey, look, get the ball down and get him over." And he was able to do it. He was almost hard, never missed.
A single to center field by Ramon Martinez. So 5 singles early given up by Joe.
Good to see Ramon back. What a great kid he is. Nice guy, but he can really help your ball club. Play anywhere in the infield for you. Pinch hit, he's a veteran.
Angels have a solid starting rotation. Now facing number 9 batter Kelly Stinnett. A changeup. Very, very troubling to any right-handed batter. There's strike 1 with the fastball outside corner. He is sneaky with his fastball and has good sink on it. And he can reach 93 miles an hour. Another soft line drive to center field and another base hit. The 6th hit. He's faced 9 Dodgers and 6 have singles.
And they're pecking him to death. But you know, he's just up a little bit. It's all location. Spring training game. See how it's elevated? When the ball's elevated, it's a little bit easier for the batter to make solid contact. And even if it's not solid, sometimes if it's up and off the end or in on the handle, it's not hit quite as well, but it still falls in.
Threw a lot of pitches in that first inning, 20.
Now, the funny thing about spring training, and through my experience of my 13 years in the major leagues and 1 year with Mike Butcher with the Angels, there's Butchie boy, is that when the bell rings, it's totally different. Pitchers execute their pitches, and man, you can't believe is how they're hitting the corners and keeping the ball down, because it's for real. It's still spring training game. Sometimes pitchers might be working on things, you know, particular thing tonight. Plus, they're facing a team, the Dodgers. They'll probably play him 6 times in interleague this year, but you know, he's working on a few things, and he's just not getting it right. No need to panic in the spring training game.
And that's why so many of us were happy to see the Angels get Mike Butcher back after losing Buddy Black, the outstanding pitching coach, to the San Diego Padres as their manager. Another good off speed, and it's 1-2 because Butcher was in the Angels organization last year, the pitching coach for Tampa Bay. He went to Joe Maddon and said, "Joe, you know, I came up in the Angels organization. I live in Phoenix. I'd love to go back to the system." And they allowed him to talk to the Angels and come back.
Yeah, it's because largely because of his family. You know, that was all the way in Tampa Bay. That's a long ways away. But I'm going to tell you something about Mike Scioscia in his 8th year as a manager for the Angels. He has stability in his coaching staff. That's important for players. 2 of the coaches that were lost got managerial jobs. Joe Maddon and Bud Black. How about that? That's pretty impressive. Now the next to go, Alfredo Griffin could manage. Mickey Hatcher doesn't care about managing, but you surround yourself, if you're a manager in the majors, with quality people. He's not intimidated by who's going to take his job. You have to surround yourself with the most quality you can, and you hope that they are attracted, your coaches are attracted by other teams.
Well, Clark pops it up left side. Willits is called off by Orlando Cabrera, and OC makes the play for the first out of the 2nd inning. That said, Hud, how important is it that Mike Butcher comes back to an organization where he taught Urban Santana, he taught John Lackey, he taught Joe Saunders. He knows these guys.
That's huge. You know, Scioscia, he hated to see Butcher go, but you know what? He couldn't stand in the way of a big league job for Mike Butcher. So when he was with the Angels, he was the scouting, or excuse me, the director of the pitching in the minor leagues, okay? So managers don't want to step in the way of a guy getting a big league job. And Butchie, he's a big league pitching coach. That year of experience with Joe Madden and the lowly D-Rays last year did him some good.
Here's James Loney, and he fouls off the first offering, strike one. Loney singled and scored the Dodgers' first run of the game back in the first. You really have to be happy for Buddy Black because he turned down some opportunities, but he went right into his own backyard.
He waited for the perfect opportunity, you know, and when your name gets out there and you get interviewed, your name's out there. If you don't get the job, that's okay. Still, teams are going, oh, he's being interviewed. I like him. He must be good. There must be something about him. So then they keep you in mind for years to come because managing jobs hard to keep. That's a hot seat. So it's nice just to get interviewed. But Blackie waited his turn. He's a very good communicator. Mike Scioscia says that Blackie should have no trouble at all in that hot seat.
One thing Bud Black and Mike Scioscia always like to see is early count outs, and Joe Saunders hasn't been getting the Loney to left field, and Willett's coming on and making a nice running catch. And the runners must return to the respective bases. Martinez to second, Stinnett to first.
Nice.
2 outs.
Running play there. You got to get, in order to make that catch, you got to get a jump right on contact. Okay, this is a liner that's going towards the left field line. Left-handed bat, that ball's going that way. You got to really get on your horse. Speed makes up for a lot of bad first steps. He didn't have a bad first step, but when you got speed, man, that's a beautiful thing.
So Saunders, after giving up back-to-back singles to open the second, has gotten a pop-up and a fly ball to left. And now number 3 hitter Matt Kemp. Kemp also singled, and Saunders starts him off with the first pitch changeup. See that 7 home runs, first 15 major league games last year, and they said, hey, you know what? We're seeing flashes of that again in the last 10 days. He has busted 4 home runs in spring training.
Those Grady Little's getting ready to make his last cut. He's going to make some announcements tonight. Got to impress. But like we said earlier, this guy, it's just a matter of time before he's a big leaguer. He's really good.
Both Loney and Kemp are just 22 years old. Last year, Joe Saunders given the opportunity because of injuries, but also because of a tremendous AAA year. 10-4 with a 2.67, and we told you when he was called up in July, he beat Cleveland, a very fine offensive team, allowing just 1 run in 7 innings, and he went 4-0 to open his rookie campaign. Just barely outside, 3-1. He had Kemp way out in front and an off-speed pitch to get that 1 strike, but he come back with it. Not afraid of throwing that off-speed pitch at any time in the count.
You know, if you're a hitter right here, you're coming out of your shoes. 3-1's a good hitting count. He was hitting. He was hitterish, but he did what you said. You know, threw a little breaking ball there. That's a good time to throw it because hitters on those hitting counts, 2-0, 3-1, 3-2, they're always looking for a fastball. And pitchers, sometimes after you face a pitcher once or twice, you put in the back of your mind what he threw you that time, and you remember it.
Runners going with 2 out. Kemp hits a ground ball. Backhanded by Cabrera. Long throw. Got him. OC knows the speed of the runners and threw it and got Matt Kemp just in time.
Cabrera didn't even get a good grip the first time. Watch him double grip. Kochman comes off that bag like no problem. Look at that. Sweet.
It's on, even when the lights aren't.
It's on when there's an emergency.
It's on whenever I need it.
With Verizon, when the power goes out, your phone stays on. Plus, we handle over 1.2 billion calls a day with over 99.9% reliability. That's tough to beat.
My phone, it's always on.
Verizon. It's the network.
Looking for cash? Just call 866-590-CASH and get up to $10,000 as fast as tomorrow with no collateral, just your signature. Cash Call has faith in you. Just call 866-590-CASH today.
There's a new Land Rover. The all-new Land Rover LR2.
Buy a day and get the year free with a Six Flags Magic Mountain Play Pass. Get unlimited visits for the price of a one-day ticket, plus 5 free tickets for friends, and a free ticket to Hurricane Harbor Water Park. Plus, ride the new Tatsu, the world's tallest, fastest flying coaster. So buy a day now and get the entire year free with no blackout dates. Go to sixflags.com or Ralph's. Six Flags Magic Mountain. You are here.
Orlando Cabrera can pick it as well as any shortstop in the game.
Better believe it. He made 16 errors last year. That's not really a bad season for a shortstop because you're involved in a lot of plays, but for him it is. He wasn't happy with it. Now, most of those errors were made early in the first half of the season. He tightened her up there in the second half, but he knows as well as Mike Scioscia that to go along with that outstanding pitching staff the Angels have, you make it even better with solid defense. And no one could have predicted the Angels would finish last in fielding last season. So we'll turn the page on that one.
And I think the guy at the plate could improve that dramatically. You talked about Orlando Cabrera moving up from 7 errors in 2005 to 18 the next year. Well, this guy was out last year with mononucleosis, and the Angels used like 5-6 different first basemen. And there's a base hit to left field, and that's why Mickey Hatchett believes that Casey can hit 300 in the big leagues, because he goes foul line to foul line.
He's going to be fine. You know what? I hope for Casey's sake that he has a good year this year. To miss an entire season, that's tough, man. You don't have many seasons as a professional, as a major league player anyway. Man, your time is on a clock. That body clock, man. You miss a year, that's tough, man. So I'm hopeful that for himself and his family and the Angels that kid has a good year.
Yeah, he's really gotten old. He's 24 now. And here's Howie Kendrick. This could be 2. It is.
Penny, he likes that. He's only thrown 13 pitches.
Hey, Angel fans, the 2007 season has begun, and the best way to guarantee your seats at all the exciting games is to purchase an Angels baseball mini ticket plan. The Angels have 3 great plans to choose from: 33, 27, or 23 game plans. Now, each plan includes a great selection of premium games and promotional night giveaways, as well as postseason purchase options. Call 888-796-HALO to discuss these great plans with an Angels account executive, or you can go online, angelsbaseball.com, to get more details. Yeah, this is going to be a terrific year. Many people have been picking the Angels to win the American League West over Oakland, who won it last year. A's got hurt a little bit when Dan Johnson, their first baseman, was lost for 3 months with a hip problem, to go with Mark Kotsay out for about 2-3 months because of his back surgery.
I'm putting Swisher back at first.
Well, what about Todd Walker? They signed Todd Walker today. He was released by the San Diego Padres.
Well, you know, they're going to need some help this year. There's no doubt about it. Bob Guerin in his first year as a manager over there.
Of course, they lost Barry Zito to the Giants, a great pitcher, and Frank Thomas, their slugging designated hitter, to Toronto. And Penny, after throwing an unusually low amount of pitches through an inning and 2/3, then walks Myceris Turris, taking over for the injured Sean Figgins.
Not to mention, they changed managers over there, fired Kenny Maka, brought Bob Guerin in. They lost Ron Washington one of their favorite coaches for players. Ron Washington, very popular there. He's gone, and Angels will see him on Monday. He's the Rangers manager. So when you make all those changes in your coaching staff, that has a little effect on your players.
Mike Napoli takes it tight from Brad Penny.
That's the only thing about Billy Beane's game there that I'm not real sure about. And he's got a good system working out. They've been contenders for a long time, the Oakland A's, and they've been battling the Angels. But he can't keep a coaching staff in there. He's always got coaches coming in and out.
Napoli goes after the high, hard one. Mike, great start when he was called up last year, and then fell off after the All-Star break, hitting under 200, and really felt he got out of his game. And he really worked hard this offseason, losing 15 pounds. Said he's not crazy about his new diet. He likes to eat, but he said, 3 little potatoes? Come on.
Yeah. He knows it's a long haul on your body, man. The less weight, you have to squat all that time. But he started out on fire last year. Gangbusters. First at bat in the big leagues in Detroit off of Verlander. He took him deep. He kind of tailed off a little bit. Got a little fatigued and found out what a full major league season can do to a guy who's used to only 130 games in the minors. 140. 162 games is a grind. Look at Meiser. He wants to go.
He's stolen 5 bags this spring. The Angels #1 in spring training in stealing bases with 55, and they've only been caught 12 times.
That's an impressive stat.
Sturz does not go, and the pitch is taken high and tight. Napoli will strike out a lot, but does walk a lot. And the Angels, one of the most aggressive teams in baseball.
It's exciting brand of baseball, man. You look at this well over 40,000 crowd here. They love the brand of baseball that Mike Scioscia plays. They're fast, they steal, they love to run the bases. First to third's their game. You got to see them practice that in spring training. It's awesome.
Napoli swings and misses and strikes out, so the Angels done in the second. Penny sharp through 2.
The safest accident is the one that never happens. The 2008 Lexus RX with 14 actively safe features. Learn more at activelysafe.com.
You got a free pass. All right, lively show today. Don't go anywhere. Pete Carroll joining us. It's The Herd, delivered by the new AT&T on ESPN Radio. Oh, Kobe wouldn't do that. He's just trying to draw a foul. Michael Jordan spent a career drawing fouls. He didn't punch anybody in the face. I just wish boxing was still great. Apparently Jeter and A-Rod are no longer dating. And for all these people who rip Marty Schottenheimer, at least his teams qualify for the postseason.
Hard to turn off. Join the Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on an 07 Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. They're backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash when you buy a Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today.
You're watching FSN West.
He skies that one in the air, left field, drifting back. Craig Monroe, he's at the wall. Can you believe this? His first major league at bat, and Mike Napoli has hit a home run.
Welcome to the big leagues, young man. This is exactly what the Halos need.
What a great memory, and seeing Mike Napoli's big smile after that game. The Angels had a lot of rookies called up for that game. Kendrick, Napoli, Tommy Murphy, they all contributed to the Angel victory, but not too many have done that in their first AB. There's a one-hop smash to Meiser as Turris.
Yeah, but he got it off of last year's American League Rookie of the Year. Speaking of rookies, Justin Verlander. It was a breaking ball. He's a good breaking ball hitter.
Well, the one thing he learned in the second half was he said, don't waste at-bats. Make adjustments.
Well, you know, he has a big swing, and he's going to strike out a lot, but still, the production he gave last year was really nice. In that position there. Him and Jose Molina, Mathis, they'll all be sharing that duty this year. That man, of course, has a watchful eye on his young star catchers.
And he was really impressed with Mike Napoli when he made the call up from Double-A. And Mike Scioscia will go down now that the Angels have their minor league camp right on the site in Tempe, and he'll go down and physically work with guys from rookie ball to Class A to Double-A. And it's really Cabrera and throwing out Marlon Anderson, a sweet play by OC.
You know, he's looking forward to having a big defensive year this year. Look at this. This takes great hand-eye coordination. He backed up, didn't want to get eaten alive by that hop, so he waited for it and didn't even do the glove to transfer to the hand. That's nice. It's going to be another good year here, especially if they defend like they're capable of.
So 2 outs now for Wilson Valdez as Saunders and Napoli getting into a groove.
But you know, with OC locked into a contract this year and next year, you know, it's pretty tough being a shortstop in this organization. The Angels are loaded with shortstops that are can't-miss major league shortstops down in the minors. They've got some really good talented players.
Nice bunt, goes foul. Oh, it comes back fair.
That's that tailor-made custom third base and first base line, courtesy of Barney Lopez, the groundskeeper here. The Angels, their bunters, watch it. This field's custom made for the end. Watch, it's going to go foul, should go foul, but that line, it's elevated a little bit. See how it rolls back fair? That's a little home cooking right there. Went against him. That's beautiful. If you're a bunter, you love that. And you know, good bunters, look at how it's spinning around the outside part of the line. Good bunters will, during batting, he's going.
And they got a nice pickoff by Joe Saunders, who controls the running game quite nicely with 3 different moves, and he picks off Wilson Valdez with 2 outs in the third. So the best inning by far for Joe Saunders.
My Civic is super quick.
My Civic is built to last.
It handles like a total sports car.
It's very fuel efficient.
And when I first saw it, I was like, are you kidding me?
Hey, it's a Honda. And I hear they've got the best resale value of anyone out there.
Seriously?
Yeah, according to Kelley Blue Book.
I can live with that.
Me too, man.
Get APR financing as low as 2.9% on 2007 Civics for well-qualified buyers.
There you go. Good job. Good job. Keep up. Keep up. Keep up. One fish. There you go.
Got an MLB mindset? You'll need it. The #1 baseball game is back. MLB 07, The Show. Rated E for everyone. Available on PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable.
Stay at any Best Western and earn double points or double miles with our free loyalty program, Gold Crown Club International. AAA members earn triple rewards now through April 13th. Join today at bestwestern.com.
Could the all-wheel drive Ford Fusion? Road and Track asked 400 car enthusiasts in California.
The bold new style, I think, stands out.
The styling's really nice. I really love it.
Once again, Ford Fusion is a leader in styling, and it's ranked the most appealing midsize car. Take the Ford Challenge and see why Fusion is the better choice.
Lease the front-wheel drive Fusion SC for only $259 a month, with 0 down, 0 first month's payment after Ford's rebate. Just sign and drive.
You're watching FSN West.
That is a conflicted young lady, a Dodger cap, an Angel shirt, but she is dining at the ballpark and enjoying it. Dodgers with a 2-0 lead over the Angels, and Brad Penny will face Reggie Willits. What's she eating there, Hud?
Looks like a little crust there, but you know, she's in the right place. She's at the grand old game. Big league ball. It's nice to get the season started.
Peanuts, popcorn, Cracker Jacks, and pizza now.
That's right. Hey, look, but this guy's excited too. Look at that year he had in AAA, Willits. He wants to make the ball club.
And as we talked about, he's a fine leadoff batter as well. .327 batting average, but a .450 on-base percentage at Salt Lake City.
Social likes those attributes that he can make. And I talked about how he can bunt. He's a really good sacrifice bunter. Mike Scioscia loves the small ball. But let me tell you what's going through his mind. Not right now necessarily, but coming to the ballpark and stuff. He's wondering on opening, on the insurance plan, the money he's going to be making this year. I mean, you know, there's a big difference between Major League ball and AAA ball, money financially. Okay, you know, you want to get on that Major League plan. Major League Baseball has a real good health insurance plan and cover your whole family for a year, one day in the show. So those are the things that young players are thinking about. Got to make the team. But they learn through experience not to press.
Willits pops it up left side. Valdez was shallow originally and makes the play. And A Sports Ultimate Nightly Highlight Show is here. The FSN final score. It's the only national show that gives you nothing but wall-to-wall highlights. The FSN final score tonight at 10:30 on FSN. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. Final spring training game of the year. Opening day is Monday. Texas in town. John Lackey against Kevin Millwood, and Gary Matthews will be going against his old team. And he rips this one pretty well left center field, and that will split the gaps. And Gary has his second double of the game.
Boy, Mike Scioscia is hopeful that Matthews can stay healthy all season, and if he does, what a treat he's going to be for this crowd. Left-handed hitter, goes the opposite field, good inside-out swing there. One hops the wall, easy double. Now he's going to come out now. Mike Scioscia is going to give him a chill pill. He's going to say, man, save some of those hits for opening day.
So Tommy Murphy, good speed. He likely will be the Angels center fielder, or Scioscia could flip-flop. Go Willits in the center and move Tommy to left. I'm sure he'll stay put. Tommy played center last year in the minors before being called up.
He's played some shortstop in his pro career too, Murphy. So that really bodes well for him, especially if you're on a National League club.
Orlando Cabrera, center field. It looked like it was trapped, but coming back, did they rule it an out? Boy, I thought it was trapped. They say it is an out.
He caught it.
As Brady Clark made a diving catch in right center field.
Sweet play. He did the right thing. Whenever there's a borderline diving catch like that, you come up with the ball right away and show it to the umpire, whether you trapped it or not, but he caught this.
That is a nice play.
Beautiful catch, man. See how he keeps it. Now watch him. See, he brings it right up. He gloves it. See, all the way, there was definitely some leather between that ball and the grass.
So Guerrero up with a man in scoring position again and goes after the first pitch like he did back in the first inning and sends it foul. He came up with Matthews at third base and hit a soft fly ball to right field, not deep enough to get Gary home.
It's great to see power versus power, especially with Big Daddy pitching. Penny, he's got that ball rushing up there in the mid-90s tonight. Glad he loves that hard fastball. He can hit it a mile if he gets a hold of it.
Ground ball. Speared by Benamide. Up with it. That's a heck of a play. And the Dodgers defense outstanding in inning 3.
Flashing the leather. These guys are playing tonight.
It's Angels opening day on FSN West. The Angels' run of American League West pennants came to an end last season, but Vladimir Guerrero and company are ready to start another streak. The Halos feel pretty good about their chances. Texas feels good about their chances, too. With the bat of Mark Teixeira and a hopefully healthy Eric Gagne, the Rangers think they will be contenders, too. Angels opening day, Monday, starting at 6 on FSN West.
The BMW 3 Series. We gave it a new 300 horsepower twin-turbo engine. And in return, it gave us our 16th consecutive Car and Driver 10 Best Award. Test drive the most impressive sports sedan of the year at your local BMW center today. Lease a BMW 328i for $329 a month until April 2nd.
April 7th is Guerrero Metal Lunchbox Night for all fans ages 2 to 18 in attendance. Get your tickets today. Angels baseball, what a game!
Dodgers flashing the leather in the bottom of the third. First, it was a great catch by Clark, and then a tremendous play by that man, Wilson Bettymead, at third. Saunders pitching much better than the first 2 innings, now getting that curve over. And Hud, as you talked about earlier, he's been able to get the fastball and changeup down lately.
Yeah, there it is. That's where he wants that breaker ball. You want to, in that, where it starts out belt high, ends up down at the ground. They can't really put a good bat on.
Angels making a few moves. They've got a new shortstop in Heinle Stacia. They've got a new center fielder in Tommy Murphy. And Nick Gorneau is the new right fielder. There's Stacia. I know you were talking about the Angels' success at that position. And there is a flare that drops for a base hit. And off to the races is Tony Abreu. He'll hold at first base with a single.
That's because of the speed of Willits. He got to that ball. Most guys, they're going to get a double, but with the speedy outfielder, he went right to that ball and held him to a single. That bat definitely died a spring training hero. You want to save those. Of course, if you're trying to make the ball club, though, like Abreu is, you want those hits. Dodgers sporting a lot of young players. Now, this guy's not one of them, but he's getting a chance to play.
34-year-old Ramon Martinez out of Puerto Rico. Again, Furcal likely will start the year on the disabled list. Still has that high ankle sprain. Joe threw 2 great pitches to Abreu, a curveball for a strike, then the fade on the changeup, and then breaks the bat.
The game's hard to figure. Don't try to do it, it'll drive you crazy.
It's driven you crazy.
Oh, man. There were nights when I'd get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd go, man, I stink. What's wrong with me? I can't believe it.
Hey, we've been broadcasting the last 9 years, and I've heard you through our hotel walls screaming at yourself, still swinging at that pitch way away from you.
Yeah, man, I hated it when my mom used to call me and say, hey, son, you'd have a better chance with a boat or hitting that pitch you swung at last night. See, that's the problem about being a big leaguer. All the games are on TV. It's not a bad problem to have, but, you know, people see it all. In the minors, you got to phone home, tell them what's going on, or internet action to see how you did.
Saunders with the 2-1 count, and the runner's going. There's a throw by Napoli, a good one, and out is Tony Abreu. We've seen a pickoff by Saunders, now a throw out by Napoli, and that's a nice combo to have.
Very nice transfer from glove to hand. He got him by a mile. Look at that. Perfect. That's exactly what you want if you're a second baseman or a shortstop fielding the ball at second. Ball right out there where you can tag the runner. See how he brings his glove up? That's what you want to do. Young shortstops and second basemen. When the guys, ooh, that's a gap.
Ramon Martinez lacing one in the alley, and now it's important that the runner was thrown out as Martinez cruises into second base with a double.
You know, I was saying Howie Kendrick put that tag down and tagged him and brought the glove up. You don't want to leave your hand down there in front of the feet thing. They can break your hand or your fingers or something. You want to take that glove right up just like Howie did. Okay, see, he gets it. He's got plenty of time. Watch him pull it up. He makes the tag and he brings it up, shows the umpire, but also keeps his hand out of the way. Sometimes that can be pretty hairy in there with the spikes coming in like that.
Angels really hoping to improve their defense. They led the American League in errors last year with 124, and that resulted in 80 unearned runs. Kendrick will be the everyday second baseman, Cabrera the everyday shortstop, and Kochman back at first base. And the Angels, of course, waiting for Sean Figgins to get healthy from 2 broken fingers. That's to right field. Nick Gorneau back, and he'll make the running catch. Tagging at second, Martinez, and he'll go to third. 2 outs now. Well, the good sign that the Angels had, even though they had a second baseman, Kendrick, playing first base, the defense tightened up, and the Angels started winning in the second half.
Yeah, that's important, but because they made so many errors, that taxed the pitching staff to throw all those unearned runs. That's crazy. Now they got it late, but it was too late. They started playing good, but by then Oakland had already had the lead.
Oakland only gave up 48 unearned runs, 32 fewer than the Angels. And of course, the Angels only lost the American League West last year by 4 games. So you talk about defense, that's the reason they lost the West. Brady Clark 0 for 2. He's popped up once to left and once to short. And there's a chopper. And Heinle Stacia up, quickly tosses and gets his man by a step. Saunders gave up 2 in the first, but that's been it. Good job by the lefty.
It's March Mania at your Toyota dealer. Experience a whole new level of fuel efficiency with a new 07 Prius Hybrid, now with an incredible 0 APR. Go farther than ever before in the car that goes up to 600 miles between fill-ups. And there's a wide selection of Prius hybrids now in stock. Don't miss the power, the passion, the pure savings of March Mania at your Southern California Toyota dealer today.
I never thought I'd say the words Mercedes-Benz and $199 a month in the same sentence. But right now, that's all you pay for a beautiful new 2007 C230 at Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. We're making incredible deals on every car in our inventory. We're passing along all factory incentives, and we have unbelievable low lease rates, like $199 a month for a new C230. Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. Right place, right price, right now.
You need to borrow this baby? You let me know.
No, I'm good.
Better than good.
Everyone loves an upgrade. Get yours at the GMC Upgrade event. Trade in any eligible vehicle and get an 07 Sierra 1500 extended cab work truck for around $21,900. Plus get 0% APR on any all-new 07 Sierra. Hurry, offer ends April 3rd.
You're watching FSN West.
The Dodgers with a 2-0 lead over the Angels. Steve Physiok, Rex Hudler. We're now joined by Angels starting pitcher on Monday, Big John Lackey, who's had an excellent spring. And
man, he's gotten young over the offseason.
John, you're going against those Texas Rangers on Monday. You fired up?
I'm ready to go, man. I think we're all ready to get this thing started for real, man. We're kind of tired of these games that don't count.
I was talking to your hitting instructor, Mickey Hatcher, and said, I think we were ready to go 2 weeks ago. These guys were chomping at the bit to get going.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think everybody's feeling the same way on that deal. You can cut this thing down by about a week for us, I think.
Well, here is Shea Hillenbrand coming to the plate. John, I understand Mike Scioscia had you talk with some of the minor league pitchers to talk about what to do in the offseason and also in season to prepare themselves. Can you talk about that as we see Hillenbrand go up the middle and get a base hit?
Nice. I talked about 80 minor league pitchers. It was kind of cool deal because it wasn't too long ago. It doesn't seem like that I had somebody doing that for me. So I just kind of talked to him about what I do in between starts and how I prepare, like in the bullpen, you know, before I go out there to go into a game.
Hey, Lack.
What's up, Hud?
Chilling, man. Happy to see you. How does it feel to be the opening day starter for a big league ball club, especially the Halos?
It's an honor, man. I mean, because we got such a good pitching staff, and we got several guys that could do it. So it's definitely an honor, and hopefully I can just kind of get the ball rolling in the right direction. The boys can pick it up behind me.
Do you feel like you are a vocal leader? Because Mike Butcher was saying we've seen that emerge from John Lackey this year.
I mean, I don't go, crazy with it. I try to work hard where guys can, see me doing that. That gives you more credibility than anything, I think, in the clubhouse. And then, if guys, want to talk to me, I'm more than open to it. I've been talking to, Joe and Jared mostly. The other guys, they've got their time in. They know what they're doing.
Hey, Lack, speaking of Weave, how's he coming? Is young Jared, we going to see him this month?
Oh yeah, he's doing good. I mean, I saw him throw last time out, looking great. He's I think he's gonna mix in a couple Rancho Cucamonga starts, and we'll probably see him in Boston.
Hey John, going back to the leadership role, when you were young, who were some of the guys in that Angel clubhouse who kind of rubbed off on you?
When I came up, Aaron Seeley, pretty much, he was huge for me. He took me to lunch about every day on the road. I mean, he kind of showed me how to be a big leaguer, how to go about your business in the right manner, on and off the field. I mean, there's a lot of different things, just how you carry yourself and how you go about it in your business. He was such a professional, and he really helped me out a lot with that.
Big John, Game 7 World Series winner, your rookie year.
Yeah.
I mean, how thrilling that must have been. You think you'll be a little bit nervous, though, taking the rock on opening night?
It's more like the pregame stuff. When you're in the bullpen a little bit, you can feel it, because we'll probably have a few, extra ceremonies like a playoff game, stuff like that. But once you get on the bump, man, it's kind of game on, and you just go out there and compete.
John, you grew up about 3 hours from Arlington, Texas. You and your dad used to drive over from Abilene to watch Nolan Ryan. Is it a bit special to pitch against the Rangers like you will on Monday?
I mean, I live out here in Cali now, so I've kind of lost that, man. I'm an Angel, and I don't even really think about that kind of stuff anymore.
They're just opponents to you, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to win, man. I wouldn't care if it was my mom on the other side. I'd try to get her out.
John, it's an optimistic time of year for every ball club. Before the season goes, everybody should be believing championship. But realistically, give us your thoughts on a possible another championship for the Halos this year.
I mean, I think the sky's the limit for this club. I mean, it's great to be an organization where, where the people up top give you a chance to win every year. We added some more. We lost some pieces, but we added some good pieces into the mix. And our starting rotation, our bullpen's strong in the back end. And I think, Gary Matthews and Shea and some of these guys we got for our lineup are going to help us out a lot. I think it's going to be an exciting year, and we expect to be in the playoffs. Our expectations are high, and once you get in the playoffs, it's kind of who's hot after that, and then we like our chances.
Lack, this crowd right here tonight, the spring training game, over 40,000 plus. What's this going to do for you and the ball club? What has it done in the past few years as you've seen the Angels' attendance marks being broken every single year? How does that help you and the players?
It's an awesome place to play, man. I mean, you can see we got, big time free agents like Junior coming over here because he's been playing here, last year, and he saw this atmosphere. And it just helps, man. It makes guys want to come here to play, and we love being here. It makes us not want to leave.
Big John, has your dating life picked up any? Now that you've been single for a long time, and you're a big star now. I mean, how's the circuit going?
It's not bad. We got action, boys.
John, Howie Kendrick is going to be a big story this year. And the Angels last year, John, were 11th in runs scored, 12th in home runs. Talk about Howie Kendrick and what he brings to the offense.
He's going to be solid for us. I mean, he finds the barrel a lot. He hits the ball hard, and he's going to be a big piece in that lineup that's really going to help us score runs. And we're excited about the year, man. Koch had a great spring, so we're ready to get this thing moving.
John, we talked a lot about defense earlier in this ball game and how important, and no one could have predicted the Angels' dismal defensive team they showed last year. Now, tell us from a pitcher standpoint how much that defense helps.
it helps a lot. I mean, when
that's a fair ball, John, and a run scores. How about that? That ball,
right.
John, was about 2 feet foul and had so much spin on it,
really?
It came back for a knock.
You got to give that hit to Barney and the grounds crew right there.
That's right.
We're going to show it again, John, and
right.
we'll let HUD describe this.
I said it earlier,
I
John.
see it on the big board right here.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I mean, I talked about it earlier as the Dodger got that hit. Look at it, takes a bounce,
wow.
and man, does Barney have that slope nicely? That's Angel-style baseball.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think he's got it tightened up for us a little bit over there, but we won't tell anybody about that.
Okay, let me get back to the errors. I was talking about that. How important is that to know that your defenders can get the outs for you? I mean, your job is to get outs. I mean, that's what you want.
It's huge, man. It's huge when you have confidence in the guys behind you. Then, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't want to have to go for strikeouts all the time. Sometimes they come around and you can take your shots at them. But when you have confidence in your guys, you know, you can throw a little two-seamer and get a ground ball, turn a double play. That takes away from the pitch count that we got to throw and just makes our job a lot easier.
Hey, John, can you talk about the confidence that you have in the guy at the plate, Mike Napoli?
Yeah.
When you guys work together, you don't shake him very often.
No, when he first came up, you know, he's really good at implementing game plans. Like we have our little meeting, you know, in front of the locker before I go out, and I tell him how I want to go about, you know, my business on that night, how I want to go after guys, and he's really tuned in with it, and he really implements it once we're on the field. He's good at throwing it out there.
John, now, Mike Scioscia likes to bring all the minor league catchers up to spring training.
Yeah.
Now, would you throw to a kid you've never thrown to before in spring training?
Not in the games I didn't. In like bullpen sessions and stuff like that, I threw to a couple of the younger guys. But in the games, most of us, the starting pitchers, Mike sets us up with either Mathis or Hosey or Knapp.
No. I knew during the games, but I mean, I'm talking about bullpen sessions. You know, you throw those guys, and Mike does that to get the catchers familiar with you guys in case they can use it for experience or even if they ever get here.
Absolutely. Actually, threw my bullpen session yesterday to Bobby Wilson, one of our young catchers that looks to have a lot of potential. Catches great behind the plate, and I hear he's a good hitter. So we may have another one coming. You never know.
Hey, John, you were a hitter and a very successful one. MVP Junior College World Series, 3-1 count. What are you looking for at the plate right now?
3-1 count?
Yeah, Napoli's got it.
I'd probably look for something out over the plate and, you know, try to throw in the right center gap.
Well, he tried to pull that up and in pitch.
Yeah. Hey,
Big John, we had
Big Brad throws hard, man.
He sure does. Now, Lack, you've always been really up at the league leads the last couple of years in strikeouts and everything.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to? Your good running fastball or the maturity of that big slurve ball that you throw?
I think a lot when I get to 2 strikes, a lot of it comes off my curveball. I either get the punch out with a curveball, or a lot of times I get guys with freeze on heaters inside looking for the curveball. So I got to keep guys honest with both those, and they seem to be coming in the last couple of years.
And the ball is dropped, and Kendrick will score the tying run. Well, this is about the time of the night, John, where all of a sudden you look up and the ball looks the same color as the sky.
Yeah, it's tough right now. I guess I'm going to have to stay on here. We're scoring some runs, man.
Absolutely, Lack. You're the hot one, no doubt. But when that ball went up, I looked up for it here in the broadcast booth. I couldn't see it, and I knew they wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, it's tough right now, definitely. I got Esky right here, boys. He says hello.
Who's with you?
And Escobar came by to say hi.
Oh, Kelby, man. Hey, look, ask him about that new baby of his, little boy or girl.
Oh, he took off.
All right.
He's got action, man. He's got a little one.
Right now, John, you have a day off tomorrow. What will you do in preparation for your Monday assignment?
We got up here, and the day before I usually, run some sprints, get the blood flowing, and
And a wild pitch will give the Angels the lead.
Stay hot, John Lackey. His Sturz
They're going to
just
send
scored.
it back because I thought Willits got hit in the foot.
He did, but man, I like it. It was a nice practice run anyway. I love it.
Well, we were
man.
turned around, so we weren't sure if it hit him in the foot.
We like to run the bases around here. Social's on them dudes to run.
Yeah, see, this ball hits him in the foot, so it's a dead ball. And Asturis didn't know that. You don't take anything for granted in baseball, man. You always go.
Absolutely.
You never know, man. So, Lack,
what's up?
With this high-powered offense, well, it's not exactly a home run hitting offense the Angels has, but the manufacturing style of this, are you confident that the pitching staff is going to be able to get enough runs?
I do. I definitely think so. I like the mix, and I like the guys we brought in. They're good character guys in the clubhouse, and chemistry in the clubhouse has a lot to do with winning too. So I like the mix, and I think we're really excited about the outlook of the season.
John, I think that was one of the most important things that Bill Stoneman did. The people he brought in: Gary Matthews, Justin Spire, Darren Oliver, Shea Hillenbrand, all quality character people.
Absolutely, yeah. They're great guys. They're going to be strong additions into the clubhouse, and they're also good players. You got to be able to play too. So it's going to be a good mix.
John, the Angels take the lead with John Lackey on the microphone.
Lack, you are outstanding with us tonight, and listening to you give us some insight from that Angels dugout of a perspective we most likely won't get a chance to have during the season. So we really appreciate your insight, but Lack, we can't let you go, man. You got your ball club to lead now. You're a hot foot right now, man.
Hey, whatever, man. I'm here for you, Hud. You know I'm here for you, man.
Right on, Lack. Hey, John, look at this. Oh, he missed it. That's all right, but we got to let you go now, Lack. Hey, thanks so much for your time, man, and good luck to you on Monday night. We'll be looking for you to pile up those strikeouts, man.
I'm going to give it a run, boys.
All right, that's John Lackey. He'll be the opening day starter this Monday against the Texas Rangers.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 07 Aveo, HHR, Cobalt, and Equinox. All backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Honda, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on a great selection of Chevy cars and SUVs. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today.
The road to happiness. There's a lot of temptation out there.
In my hand is a little piece of heaven, and it's practical.
Nice. God, $9 grand. This won't make you happy. It'll end up buried in your closet. Put your money in an orange savings account. It won't go out of fashion, then you'll feel better about yourself. $9 grand.
Sorry.
High interest, no fees, no minimums. Next thing you know, there's more money than when you started. And you're right back on the road to happiness.
Cash Call can put thousands of dollars in your checking account by tomorrow based on trusting you. With no security of any kind, just your signature. Make the Cash Call at 866-590-CASH.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Lexus and their passionate pursuit of perfection. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you at Angels Stadium. The Halos now with a 3-2 lead after scoring 3 times in the 4th inning. And the Angels making some changes. They will have a new pitcher, Chris Buchek, coming on. Last year, AAA had a rather high earned run average, but he says he has made the adjustment from starting pitcher to the bullpen now, and he's more of a 2-pitch guy, fastball and slider. We also will have a new second baseman for Howie Kendrick. This is a big man in the Angels' future, Sean Rodriguez. He was the minor league offensive player of the year, and Rob Quinlan will come on to play first base for the Halos. Outfield has Willits left, Murphy center, Gorneau right, and the infield, Quinlan first, Rodriguez second, Stacia short, and is Turris at third, with now Buchek throwing to Mike Napoli. And it's strike one. Buchek, big guy, 6'5", out of LaPorte, Indiana. And now James Loney coming to the plate. Loney 1 for 2 in the game with a single run scored as the Dodgers scored twice in the first and the Angels came back with 3 in the 4th. We're now joined by Angels hitting instructor Mickey Hatcher. Mickey, pretty good time in the spring, batting .289, and you led the American League in runs scored with 189. You got to be feeling good about the team's health.
I do. I think that's a big factor coming into the start of the season every year is the health of the players. And right now our guys are lined up very well, and we're kind of excited about getting this thing going.
Mickey, who was your pick to click this spring? I mean, they all looked good. Everybody's healthy and everything, but who impressed you the most of the Angel hitters this spring?
Well, I hope everybody clicks. I root for everybody. I don't have my favorites, but there's always one guy that's a key for me, and that's Garrett Anderson. And let me tell you what, this guy's been outstanding in spring training, and he has really been a leader through spring training. So if he plays like the start of the season like he's doing in spring training, you're going to see a lot of offensive excitement.
Mickey, can you talk about the base? Because last year his foot was not healthy, and when a hitter's base is not there, it's tough to really drive the ball.
Well, you know, we go through the season trying to find ways to keep them going, but it's tough when you don't have your legs and your foundation and your swing, and that's one thing that he was trying to do. If it wasn't his knee, it was his back, or if it was his foot, like Guerrero does during the season. But these guys came into spring training. It's the best I've ever seen them. So I think with Mike and our bench and how the season goes, we feel confident that we can give these guys a rest, and we got a lot of guys that play a lot of positions that we can keep our team healthy.
Mickey, when it comes to scoring runs, you know, that's been was a question mark because you didn't land that quote-unquote big bat. But do you think that the small ball, the aggressiveness, the fact that your team ripped off all them bases, would they steal 55 bags in the spring? What kind of offense are you going to be able to support the pitching staff with, do you think?
Well, this is Angel baseball. That's what we call it here. That's why you see the fans full of people, because they love the way we play the game. And that's one thing. A big bopper wasn't going to change the game here, because our ballpark doesn't play for that. And you see a lot of the guys that come in here, the big home run hitters, they hit them, they start in their trot, and the ball's caught at the fence. So I'm excited that we kept our pitching staff intact, because that's what's going to get you there. Our guys that play the game will keep aggressive and keep the pressure on the other teams. That's the kind of offense I like.
And, you know, last year when you consider Garrett's foot, you also had Casey with the mononucleosis, Dallas McPherson's hip. Ersty was never completely healthy, Vlad's knee, and you told me in spring training everybody's healthy. Things are looking good. You do have the injury to Sean Figgins, but outside that, it's been pretty healthy camp.
Oh, it has been, and these guys have played their hearts out. You're seeing how aggressive we're playing right now. And we don't care if we get guys thrown out. It puts pressure on the teams, and we're going to keep playing that. That's going to be Angel baseball. That's the way Mike manages. And, you know, like I said, our pitching staff is very strong, and we feel that we're going to be there again in September. You take away that 1 month last year when we lost all those guys, we had the best record in baseball the second half. So I'm just happy they kept our pitching intact.
Now, Mickey, you're one of the hardest working hitting instructors in baseball, which is a real difficult job because you have to show up and take care of all them hitters you have. Spring training's got to be even worse. I mean, what's your schedule like in a typical day at spring and then when the season starts?
Well, I start at 5:30 in the morning, get to the park, and my guys are ready to go at 7 o'clock. I never make it mandatory, and my cage is full every day. These guys know that they're going to go in there. They're going to have a quick workout. Everything is going to be positive. I have some great coaches in our organization that help me out through that period of time, but I just enjoy working with these guys. A lot of my job is learning their swings. A lot of it is just keep them motivated, and that's what we try to do over here as a whole staff.
Mickey, thank you very much for joining us. We'll let you get back to your offense.
Take care.
That's one of the outstanding hitting coordinators in all of baseball, Mickey Hatcher.
One season removed from an MLS championship, the Galaxy made one of the biggest acquisitions in sports history. But it's the cast of supporting characters that will determine whether or not they return to the form that made them champions. The Galaxy season preview, Sunday at 9:30 on FSN West.
It's a whole new season and a whole new ball game. Major League Baseball 2K7 from 2K Sports. Rated everyone.
All right, lively show today. Don't go anywhere. Pete Carroll joining us. It's The Herd, delivered by the new AT&T on ESPN Radio. Oh, Kobe wouldn't do that. He's just trying to draw a foul. Michael Jordan spent a career drawing fouls. He didn't punch anybody in the face. I just wish boxing was still great. Apparently Jeter and A-Rod are no longer dating. And for all these people who rip Marty Shaw season, and it's supposed to...
Hard to turn off. Join The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
When it comes to resale value, no car company can compare. Honda. Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
It's a whole new season and a whole new ball game. Major League Baseball 2K7 from 2K Sports. Rated everyone.
Oh, the daughters with daddy, mom there too. Angels leading 3-2 in the Freeway Series. The Angels won on Thursday 6-1, lost last night 13-4, and were trailing 2-0 after the Dodgers scored 2 in the first. But the Halos came back in the fourth with 3. And here is Heinley Stacia and Brad Penny still in there, as Grady Little told us that he would like to see Brad throw 90 pitches in this game, improve on his off-speed stuff because he has 6 days before his next start. He's looked good in this one, and Stacia with a ground ball to first base, and there's one down. Opening day on FSN West. The Angels' run of American League West pennants comes to an end last year, but Vladimir Guerrero and company are ready to start another streak. With the return of Bartolo Colon and K-Rod in the bullpen, the Halos feel pretty good about their chances. And here are the pitching matchups for the first 3 games. Monday, Millwood against Lackey. Tuesday, Padilla against Escobar. Wednesday will be an afternoon game, and it'll be Santana going for the Angels against the Texas Rangers.
Brandon McCarthy,
the kid from the Chicago White Sox.
Pretty good. They got Texas has a nice 3 in their rotation. Who's going to get the big hits though will be the key. Who can score the runs? For Ron Washington, first-year manager, his ball club of the Rangers.
Jay Hillenbrand had an infield hit his last time up. And there's a chopper right back to Brad Penny. Just threw up his glove. Ball found the glove, and 2 gone.
Well, this is Freeway Series now. These fans, they've been interacting with each other. You know, the Dodgers, Angels fans. And, you know, last night's loss, that broke a 10-game winning streak the Angels had at Dodger Stadium. But this, you know, the fans are more into this than the players are, though.
Yeah, the real games count on Monday, and both teams can't wait to get going. Both teams had good springs. The Dodgers at 17 and 15, and the Angels at 18 and 14. The Angels had the most wins of any American League West team. Texas had 15, Oakland had 15, and Seattle, after a rough start, they got things going, and I think the Mariners could be much improved this year. Jose Guillen, Jose Vidro, that improves their offense.
We remember Angel fans do what Jose Guillen did when Vladdy went on the DL. He carried the club, the Angels, with that bat. So if he's anywhere near that type of production with Beltre and Sexton, they're going to score plenty of runs. Not to Ibanez. That's a sleeper right there. That guy's a player and a hitter. And we didn't even mention Ichiro.
He's just a constant. He's just a 200-hit machine.
I have Seattle finishing second in the league in my book. I think they're going to have a good year. I think Oakland's going to struggle.
I'm not sure if their starting pitching will be good enough. Quinlan up the middle. It glances off the glove of Penny and then off the glove of the second baseman Abreu, and Rob has a base hit.
That's a knock all the way. Now, this Abreu kid's got good range. He could play either shortstop or second base, but he just couldn't glove it. Took a bad hop over Penny's glove and just snuck under
So Rob Quinlan at first base and Sean Rodriguez, who came on to replace Howie Kendrick last inning. This guy's got very good power. He was the Angels minor league player of the year. Takes a fastball from Penny that misses outside. But you talk about Sean Rodriguez. This young man is only 21 years old, out of Miami, Florida. Angels third-round pick in 2003. But look at the home runs he busted in Single A before being called up to Double A and hitting 5 more. 29 big flies in pro ball last year, and the Angels minor league player of the year. Comes from a good baseball family. His dad Johnny was a coach for the Florida Marlins. And Hud, I know you were talking about the wealth of shortstops in the Angels organization, and that forced the Angels to move Sean to another infield spot, second base, because of guys like Stacia, Eric Ibar, Orlando Cabrera, and the rest.
And they already moved Brandon Wood to third.
Yep.
Just a tough organization to come up.
They said Wood could go back to short if need be.
Yeah, sure, but you know what? The main thing is they have talent. And they have, now, sure, there's only one shortstop that can be the everyday guy. But you know, you got, I want to say trade bait. I mean, you got guys that can play, and other teams are coveting those guys. That's always good for your team.
Rodriguez had one right down the middle, but on his hands enough where he could not get his arms extended. And there's young Brandon Wood. A good conversation with him before the ball game, and Mike Scioscia said he just has the great makeup. He walks the walk. I mean, he acts like a big leaguer.
Oh, to be that man again. Young. Look at him. He's a youngster with all that talent. It's where the best in the world play.
3-2 breaking ball hit up the middle. Rodriguez is out, so are the Angels, and we head to inning number 6 here at the Big A. 3-2 Halos.
It's March Mania at your Toyota dealer. Fall head over heels for an incomparable new 07 Corolla, now available with $1,000 cash back. Satisfy your craving for performance with a great deal on the irresistible new 07 Camry, Motor Trend's 2007 Car of the Year. Don't miss the power, the passion, the pure savings of March Mania at your Southern California Toyota dealer today.
I never thought I'd say the words Mercedes-Benz and $199 a month in the same sentence. But right now, that's all you pay for a beautiful new 2007 C230 at Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. We're making incredible deals on every car in our inventory. We're passing along all factory incentives, and we have unbelievable low lease rates, like $199 a month for a new C230. Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. Right place, right price, right now.
You need to borrow this baby? You let me know.
No, I'm good.
Better than good.
Everyone loves an upgrade. Get yours at the GMC Upgrade event. Trade in any eligible vehicle and get an 07 Sierra 1500 extended cab work truck for around $21,900. Plus get 0% APR on any all-new 07 Sierra. Hurry, offer ends April 3rd.
You're watching FSN West.
3-2 Angels over the Dodgers Freeway Series, final spring training game of the year. And you know, Tim Salmon said goodbye to the Angel fans at the end of last year, and this Tuesday, April 3rd, it's time for the Angels to pay tribute to Mr. Angel. All fans in attendance as the Angels take on the Rangers will receive a Tim Salmon bobblehead doll courtesy of Chevy and star 98.7. Take home a piece of history with this stadium exclusive giveaway. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets now. Well, the Angels bring on a new pitcher, Chris Rhysop. He's in a battle for that lone bullpen spot, but he's going to have a tough man to beat out, Chris Buchek, who went 1-2-3 with the Dodgers in Buchek's 5th.
Yep. Mike Scioscia, Mike Butcher like Rhysop's arm. He's a hard thrower. Yeah, like the hard throwers. He throws the mid-90s.
He's 24 years old, out of Naples, Florida. First pitch swinging and a pop-up, shallow left, and making a nice over-the-shoulder catch is that shortstop phenom, Heinle Stasia.
Wow, this is the first game I've seen this kid play in, and I like his athleticism out there already. Made a tough play, a shot at. Now watch this. He waved off the outfielder. That's nice body language telling the outfielder, I got it. He didn't say it, but he used his hands. The infielders are taught not to call it. The outfielders have priority. You be quiet as the infield, and then if you don't hear anything from the outfield, you got it all the way.
Stacy out of Curacao, and the Angels with Mike Scioscia. They always do some fun stuff in spring training on the morning meetings. And Mike Scioscia was surprised to find out that Heinle Stasia doesn't know how to fish. He comes from a small island in Curacao. He's never gone fishing. So he said, you take Sean Figgins and have Sean teach you how to fish, because Figgins is a master fisherman. He said if he didn't play baseball, Sean Figgins would be one of those bass catchers that you see in the competition. So he took Stasia out. They went fishing. They brought Garrett Anderson, and Stasia had to put together a poster complete with pictures of how to put the worm on the hook, how to do the fishing, and Sean Figgins said he was a delight to treat. And Stasia's final picture had the three of them, Garrett Anderson, Heinle Stasia, and Sean Figgins, holding the fish they caught, and Heinle wrote at the bottom, "My friends going fishing, priceless."
That's outstanding. That's Mike Scioscia's way of getting the guys together, enjoying a laugh, you know, thinking of something other than baseball, because he knows, Mike Scioscia, the grind of a baseball season can be unbearable mentally on the guys. I mean, it's a mental grind as well as physical. And you got to have some laughter. Laughter cures all, Fizz.
Well, Chris Reesop takes care of Valdez, and there's two gone now in the 6th inning. He also had Nick Aidenhart and Kendry Morales do a complete map of where they lived, the streets, and they have sent players out together for dinner, and they told the Spanish players they could only speak English at dinner, and the English players could only speak Spanish. Really does a great job of camaraderie and bringing the team together. Remember, I think it was last year, Jared Weaver had to do one. There's a ground ball, hit to second base, and Sean Rodriguez up with it. And he throws out the Dodger. So Reesop with a 1-2-3-6. Puchek and Reesop in competition with Alex Serrano.
With State Farm, I saved $1 on my car insurance.
At State Farm, they gave me discounts of %.
We only pay $1 per month for our State Farm car insurance.
Call today and ask for an indecent discount.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado, the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today.
Friday home game is followed by post-game fireworks, courtesy of Wells Fargo. Get your tickets today. Angels baseball, what a game!
2-9-1 for the Dodgers, 3-7-0 for the Angels, and a crowd better than 40,000 on hand tonight. Fox Fantasy Baseball is 100% free and fully customizable. It includes real-time scores, standings, and all new live draft room and much more. Create or join a league today, and you'll also receive a special signing bonus. That's Fox Fantasy Baseball. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. The new Dodger pitcher will be Brett Tomko. He's a veteran right-hander, 33 years old. This is his 10th year in the big leagues. Been around Cincinnati, San Francisco, and others.
That's right, but you know, I talked to him before the game, and he said, I said, hey, Brett, how'd it go this year? Did you work on anything? He goes, no, just getting people out. And I go, you know, hearing that from a 10-year veteran, I go, what do you mean? I mean, weren't you just working on some stuff? He goes, no, I was battling for a job.
Well, he's the 5th starter now.
Well, he won the job, but he was battling for a job there. You know, he was up against some other competition, and so he says, you know, I'm going to go out there tonight and just kind of execute a few pitches, but he throws all of them. He's got the changeup, fastball, slider, curve.
And he will face Meiser as Turris to lead things off as the Turris threw out. He got the start at third, but the Angels really going with their reserves here in the second half of this ball game. And there's a grounder up the middle. And Martinez throws out Meiser. 1 down.
It's DeJesus.
Oh, yeah, it's Ivan DeJesus, the 19-year-old kid whose dad was a fine big leaguer. And DeJesus will probably start in Double-A. There was a chance he could start in Single-A, but they believe in his defensive abilities so much that they may promote him all the way to Double-A.
Turn that Meister Sturis P route into a marshmallow. Nice hands.
And now Mike Napoli comes to the plate. Napoli tonight struck out swinging, but reached on the big error by the right fielder Matt Kemp earlier in the game. And that allowed a run to score, but also the inning to improve, and the Angels went from 1 down to 1 up. Napoli, a 1-1 count. He has terrific power. And he takes that breaking ball away. Brett Tomko, we told you, won 8 games with a 4.73 earned run average. And he was battling Chad Billingsley, one of their top young pitchers. Billingsley will move to the long relief role, and Grady Little was telling us before the game that that is a very underrated spot. And he feels he's going to be really important. Called strike 3, and Napoli takes it looking.
He just stayed with the hard stuff. He's rushing it up there 92, 93 miles an hour.
Angel fans, opening week at the Big A continues on Thursday, April 5th, as your Angels welcome division rival Oakland to town. All fans in attendance will be able to rock out in a K-Rod record-breaking tour t-shirt courtesy of Toshiba and Power 106. Don't miss out on another Halo victory as Frankie strikes him out, Hud.
That's cool, and look at it. It's almost like the Bruce Springsteen tour. You know how they have the tour dates on the back. Those are all the dates there. And the teams last year that he got his saves against. Record-breaking crowd. Thursday night, you come, you can get one of these nice Frankie t-shirts, man. Come on, mark it down.
I understand there are plenty of really good seats available for Thursday night's game against the American League West champion Oakland Athletics. And there's spring break for some schools out there. So mom and dad, get your kids some tickets and come on down to the Big A. Fastball in there for a strike. Looks like he's got some good giddy up. He's been taking that fastball looking as Reggie Willits digs in. Stayed with the curve, and Willits right on it, lines it back up the middle, and Reggie on for the second time tonight. 1 for 2 as he was hitting the foot in that 4th inning. With now a solid single back up the middle.
Short, quick swing. That's exactly what you want to do. Take your hands right to the ball. Eliminate the lift or any kind of big, long arm swing. Just go right to it. And that pitcher who throws hard at 90 miles an hour, he'll supply the pop.
Tommy Murphy now up, grounded out, but drove in a run his last time, and that gave the Angels the 3-2 lead. These two teams have been battling it out all the way since 1962, when they had their first, what they called it at that time, city championship. April 2nd, 1962, Hud, they had a game played before only 5,000 people in Palm Springs. And that's when brought home Leon Wagner with the winning run as the Angels beat the Dodgers back in '62, 6-5.
Is that a little bit of Angel history right there?
Just a little note from Dr. History.
Gotta have it. Historians out.
Red against the blue. Murphy, did he go? They'll appeal, and they say he checked in time. At first base, Reggie Willits, who has excellent speed, always a threat to go. Or just that threat. And Mike Scioscia not only impressed by the way the Angels were stealing bases in spring training, but also going first to third, second to home. Their secondary leads were really excellent. Will he run? Outside, 2-1.
Tomko working with Stinnett, probably going over the cadence there, saying, hey, look, this is what I want to do. And Stinnett, veteran catcher himself, probably start the season in Las Vegas this year, as Mike Lieberthal, former fighting Philly catcher, got signed up this year to be the backup behind young Russell Martin. But Stinnett, it's nice to have a veteran like that in case something happens. When your guys go down, and catching can be a commanding spot. And he's a good guy, too. Hard ball player. He's got a lot of nice years on his resume.
Willits goes. There's the throw to second base, and Reggie is safe. They missed on the tag. It looked like the throw got there in time, Hud.
Just a little offline. Pulled De Jesus off. De Jesus tried the emergency sweep tag. Good slide by Willits.
Looked like a good pitch to handle.
Look at that full speed, man. Just a matter of a second. Look at how he kind of throws his body out when he missed him. Good call by the umpire there. Look at, I like the fact that Brian Gorman, look at him. Great positioning. Perfect. Good to have the game played by the greatest athletes at this level is officiated by the best officiating umpires in all of sports.
Brian Runge, Darrell Cousins, Brian Gorman, Sean Rockos tonight.
These guys are extremely proud. They hold their jobs long. They're proud of their job, man, and they rarely miss. I'd say 98% accurate in a very difficult sport with an imaginary strike zone.
Well, Tomko was able to get the first two Angels out. Turris grounding out and Napoli striking out looking. Willits responds with a single, then a steal, and now Murphy works a 3-2 walk. And Nick Gorneau, where they like his power. Good kid out of the University of Massachusetts. Fouled back. What's it like to be in that spot, Hud? Because Gorneau is battling for a final outfield spot.
Nice. He's got about 7 years in the minors now. Okay, he's getting some pressure. I don't know if he's married or not. You know, some of these guys have wives and haven't started their families yet, but there's some pressure. You're starting to say, hey, look, it's time for me to go. You've got to be patient.
Tomko will take it himself and gets Gorneau and gets the Angels. It's 3-2 Halos as we're heading to the 7th.
Get ready for 3 days of nonstop go in the streets of Long Beach. Go watch the Champ Car World Series led by 3-time champion Sebastian Bourdais and his hot rookie teammate Graham Rahal. Go see the Long Beach debut of the American Le Mans Series race, drifting, Toyota Pro Celebrity Race, and more. Go to enjoy 2 concerts, a lifestyle expo, and all the things that make Long Beach famous. For tickets, longbeachgp.com, Ticketmaster, or call 1-888-82-SPEED. You know you gotta go.
At Round Table Pizza, quality comes first. Like with our Smokehouse Combo, loaded with primo pepperoni, hickory sausage, and much more. Round Table, the last honest pizza.
I never thought I'd say the words Mercedes-Benz and $199 a month in the same sentence. But right now, that's all you pay for a beautiful new 2007 C230 at Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. We're making incredible deals on every car in our inventory. We're passing along all factory incentives, and we have unbelievable low lease rates, like $199 a month for a new C230. Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. Right place, right price, right now.
In 1947, our grandfather, Stanley Allen, founded what today is Allen Cadillac GMC of Laguna Niguel.
Today, Grandpa would have loved how things have changed, like this 2007 Cadillac Escalade. He'd also love what hasn't changed, like the Allen commitment to service.
Or the way Allen consistently ranks #1 in customer satisfaction. So before you deal with strangers, come into Allen Cadillac GMC, the third-generation dealership where trust and service are family affairs.
You're watching FSN West.
There's the Angels' top prospect, Brandon Wood, making the move from shortstop to third base, and he's been outstanding defensively. You see his numbers at Single A 2 years ago. 43 home runs, 51 doubles. He was the minor league player of the year. An extremely skilled young man and just 21 years old. He'll be at third base. Chris Riesop stays in to pitch to a new catcher, Jeff Mathis. And there's a fastball that just does catch the inside corner for strike one. Riesop went 1-2-3 with the Dodgers in his 6th. Now Mike Scioscia giving him a look for the 7th because he only needed 7 pitches to get 3 outs in that 6th. DeJesus with a ground ball to Heinle Stacia. 1 out.
Interesting to see the offspring of former major league players come up. Now with DeJesus, his father Ivan DeJesus was a really nice player, slick shortstop. You know, Darren Oliver, who's warming up in the bullpen out there, his dad was a major leaguer. Spire, Chris Spire, you know, and also Matthews, Gary Matthews Jr.
Kelly Stinnett comes up and launches one right center field. A long run from Gorneau, and the outfielders almost collide, but Gorneau cuts in front of Tommy Murphy and makes a nice running catch for the 2nd out.
All right, now, you know, in spring training, there's not any crowd in the outfield, okay? Now they're at the Big A, and they're finding out what an Angel crowd can be like. You don't hear each other calling it. Now, center fielder has priority. See, they're both probably calling it at the same time, but the crowd's up. And when you're running hard and your eyes are bouncing around and you're trying to catch a baseball, that's not easy. But the center fielder Murphy has priority. So if the right fielder hears him, he needs to back off it. Center fielder and shortstops have the priority out there. Shortstops on the infield. Second baseman on the infield.
Riesop, meantime, 5 up, 5 down for the Dodgers. Now facing Brady Clark. He misses inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. Riesop acquired in the offseason the deal for Kevin Gregg. Gregg going to Florida. At one time in camp, they thought Gregg might be the closer for the Marlins. There.
You know, it's up between Buchek and this kid Riesop.
And Alex Serrano.
For that last Angel job in that bullpen. Couple position and couple bench spots still in question with Mike Scioscia. Not in question, but just who's going to make it. They got very talented people, and with the injury to Sean Figgins, that opened up another spot. Ibar, if his ankle's okay, he should be a lock. And then we talked about Murphy and Willits, and maybe even Curtis Pride, or you know, there's still 3 or 4 guys in the mix.
Down the line, Brandon Wood backhands, fires, not in time, but a heck of a play for the kid making the move from short to third.
Couldn't get the grip first time around. That's what cost him. Still a nice play, showed a strong arm. But you know, third base, he's going to find out. It's the hot corner. Look at him. You have to have good, quick reaction, going left or right. Comes up, see, he just double clutched right there. Couldn't get the grip. He would have had him had he got it the first time around. But it's a tough spot to learn, but they think he can handle it.
And they likely will promote him to AAA, where he will be the everyday third baseman. I asked him who's been his biggest help moving over there, and he said Orlando Cabrera at shortstop.
#1 picks, 90% of them get to the majors. Now, the percentage goes down as to actually how many #1 picks stick in the majors, but you're almost guaranteed to get there. Because if, you know, the team invests money in you and they take you to the first round like that, you're going to be a can't-miss big leaguer.
But he's been raving about his offensive skills and his defensive skills. And Brandon Wood, I asked him what impression he wanted to make to Mike Scioscia, the Angels skipper, in this camp. There's a rocket to center field and a base hit. The runner at first base advancing stumbles over the bag and stays at second base. Adam Goodwin.
Another line shot. Kemp, he's got a nice line drive going tonight. Couple right on the screws.
James Loney now batting well over .410.
Well, that's Loney. Here's Kemp.
A 3-2 ball game. And Resop, who retired 5 straight, and an infield hit by Clark, and then a single by James Loney. In there for a strike. Matt Kemp feels his time is very near. Just 23 years old, out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. And he's had a fine camp, hitting 4 home runs, and all 4 have come in the last 10 games. But Wood was talking about the impression he wanted to make on Mike Scioscia, and he said, I want to show him that I'll run hard to first base. And that's all you can really control, Rex.
That's right. 2 things a major leaguer can control when he's out there. Actually, when he comes in the clubhouse. #1 is your attitude. How are you going to be towards your teammates, and what kind of attitude, and your hustle, your output. How much you're going to give. Those are the only 2 things you can control. Other things you can't, or out of your you know, that pitcher throwing the ball, or you know, getting sent down or up. That's not decided by you. Every guy out here wants to make the team, but there's only room for 25 guys.
Resop now with an 0-2 count to Matt Kemp. Flared off the right side. Good pitch though by Resop.
This is a real tough time though for a lot of players because they're on the bubble. Okay, they're having sleepless nights. They can't sleep. Resop here, he's wanting to have a good outing here. Good hack. Look at it, man. He took a hack. He went down. But you know, these guys can't even. There's guys that, you know, they're gonna make a decision tonight, and the best thing to do when they call you. You always want to be thankful. You know, you're disappointed initially, but you want to be thankful. You want to say, hey, thank you for my at-bats I got in the spring. You let me play. I appreciate that. Those type of things are important that you do that. You know, if you're angry or you're bitter, hey, look, go home, spew it to your wife or your family. You know, tell them that. But in that office there, it's important to be politically correct because it's such a small fraternity based.
Good block of the plate by Jeff Mathis.
Say the right things. And I got moved by so many teams in my career, played for 6 of them, got released, got traded. I said, hey, look, thank you for my uniform, man. I appreciate you guys letting me play. That's all you can do, Fizz. Give it hard and play hard. But watch what you say.
Angels trying to protect a 3-2 lead here in the 7th. 2 on, 2 out. And now Resop with the 1-2 pitch to young Matt Kemp. And he hammers it down the line, foul. Wood was protecting that line and into foul territory, so good call by third base umpire Sean Rockos.
Tight ball game we got going here, and this would have definitely cleaned the sacks, but they were right on the call again. It's not. And that ball hooks right around that bag. That's Daryl Cousins.
Wood about 8 feet from the line. That was the first good pitch that Kemp had to handle from Resop. Had him down 0-2 through breaking ball in the dirt. Came back with the heater. Now Chris with the 1-2. He went away with the fastball. If you're on the mound, you're Resop, you're thinking, how do I have to handle him? What do you want to throw him here? He's come back to back with fastballs, one in, one away.
Man, I'm going to jam him. I'm going to test him inside. I'm going to break his bat with that hard heater. You kidding me? Stay up and in on him. Count's yours. You're ahead. Bust him. Knock him down even. That's a good pitch. You come up under a guy's chin or up on, back him off the plate a little bit. He's going, whoa, this guy means business, especially when you're trying to make the club. There it was.
Popped him up. Quality pitch on the inner half, just like Rex said. Fastball in, jammed him, and gets the pop up, and the Angels hold on to the 3-2 lead. And Chris Resop, a fine 2 shutout innings. When we come back, we'll talk with the Angels starting catcher, Mike Napoli.
Nappy! He's going deep.
TV ratings are made for everyone. Using your television's parental controls along with the TV ratings found on each program gives you the power to choose which shows are suitable for your family. For more, visit this website or call the number on your screen.
My Accord sedan makes perfect sense for me.
You know, I could say the same about my Accord Coupe.
And it gets great gas mileage.
You got that right.
And you know Honda has the best resale value of anyone out there.
Yes, it does.
You mean we agree on everything?
Well, I am kind of partial to bologna on my pizza.
Must be a guy thing.
Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
The road to happiness. Lots of twists and turns.
Breathe. Have you found yourself yet? Because you're right here. Seriously, happiness doesn't have to hurt like that.
Security?
Put your money in an orange savings account. It's all gain, no pain.
But pain is the path to joy.
Whatever.
High interest, no fees, no minimums. Your money grows, you don't get bent out of shape. The road to happiness is a beautiful thing.
Okay, now what? Rock, paper, scissors for it? Okay, that's fair. On 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I threw paper.
I threw a rock.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Low 5.
Back at the Big A, bottom of the 7th inning. Nail biter if you're a fan. Look at those Angels and Dodger fans out there. 3-2 ball game, man. Hey, that last pitch, we got Mike Napoli on the line. Nappy, now would you call this same pitch up here, up and in like that?
Yeah, man. Sometimes, you know, guys lean over the plate, foul balls off. Swing looks a little slow sometimes. You just got to go in there and something hard.
That's that FSN West pitch tracker we're going to show you this year. But Nappy, hey buddy, how was the spring for you? You're all healthy and everything. Were you pressing to try to win a job this year, or did you feel pretty comfortable coming in?
I came in this year, trying to, get out there and get all my work in. But, then again, I was out there, trying to make a team. We got 3 good catchers here, so I went out there and went out there every day and act like I had to make a team and try to win a starting job.
Mike, in the last 2 weeks of the season, of the spring training, your throwing was outstanding. You threw another runner out tonight. I understand you and Mike went down to work on some of those skills at camp this year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, every day, we were out there and, working on the footwork, the exchange, and, it's a big part of all of our games. So, I worked on it hard, this spring, and I feel like I'm getting better and better.
Nappy, now that year you had last season when you know, you've got some experience, and now how much is that helping you coming in this year that you've already seen some of these teams and the pitchers?
I mean, the experience is awesome. I mean, you know, I feel so much more comfortable with all the guys, our pitching staff. I mean, our pitching staff is unbelievable. And the year I had last year, to know all these guys and just know what they want to do all the time is huge for me. So, you know, I came in this year, I know all the guys, I got a good relationship with all of them, and you know, we're going to have fun.
Nappy, who's the toughest Angel pitcher to catch?
I mean, it's a toss-up between Frankie and Scott Shields. I mean, those guys, I mean, they throw hard. They got good off-speed stuff. I mean, you always got to be on your toes, ready to block their sliders in the dirt. So I'll go with them too.
And how good is Frankie's changeup this year? A lot of scouts tell me, man, it looked lights out in spring.
It's unbelievable. I mean, if he can throw that pitch, you know, to lefties, even righties, I mean, it just gives them another pitch that, you know, the hitters have to worry about. And I mean, he can go with his fastball slider and be awesome, but he throws that changeup in there. I'm kind of excited to see what happens.
Well, Stacia struck out. Evans now flies to center field. Rex?
What was the toughest thing for you in your rookie season last year, the toughest thing to adjust to at the big league level?
I mean, I think hitting, you know, just making those adjustments and you know, trying to notice what those guys are trying to do to you, you know, quicker and try to stay out of that big slump.
We have seen a slimmer Mike Napoli this year as Quinlan fouls it off. But you really worked hard, and you also changed your eating habits in the offseason. Can you tell us how you're dining now?
I mean, it's a little tougher when we're over here because, you know, the food is always in your face. I mean, fried food, and, you know, when we get on that plane, you know, the stewardess will be going down the aisle and with cookies and all kinds of stuff. I just got to limit myself to maybe just one cookie instead of 3.
So you're not going to take 4 or 5 packs of M&Ms up to your room?
I'm going to cut that down a little bit.
Now, why did you feel that was important? Do you think in the second half last year that you did get tired?
Yeah, I mean, I got kind of sloppy with my body. You know, I didn't feel as fresh, and you know, if I think I take care of my body and feel fresh during the game, I should be all right.
That's perfect, Nappy. Now, what are you going to? Now you're an offensive catcher. You hit for power. What do you focus on more, your defensive ability or your hitting?
I'm going to say, you know, my defensive ability, because, you know, that'll keep me in the big leagues, especially with Socha. You know, working with these guys and getting them through innings and just getting victories behind the plate is huge for me. But, you know, I'm going to keep my eye on that hitting, too.
Right now, Sean Rodriguez is at the plate with Rob Quinlan at second base, and Rodriguez swings and misses. Hey, Mike, can you talk about your skipper, Mike Socha, because he challenged you when you were in Class A ball, AA, to remember pitch sequences. Can you talk about that?
It's huge. I mean, you got to know what you're throwing, guys, and you know, so next time they come up, you're not falling into a pattern or anything. So, I mean, Latch is on us, you know, every inning, you know, during spring, you know, getting us to recall pitches, and, you know, it's a huge part of our game. And, you know, like I said, Latch is there, you know, waiting for us, you know, to sit down and go over each pitch of each inning.
That's Bill Latchman.
Yeah.
Now, when you would come back after catching an inning, would Mike ask you the entire sequence of that inning of the pitches you called?
Not necessarily Soch, but I mean, Latch will go and report to him about, you know, how we did and but yeah, I mean, he'd go tell you know, Soch, you know, if we're getting good at it or what's going on.
Rob Quinlan around third. He holds there. He was thinking about coming home. Ball skipped and glanced off of Kelly Stinnett and got Rob Quinlan from second to third.
Mike, now be honest with me. How many times did you watch your first Major League at-bat and you taking Verlander deep? How many times in the offseason did you see that now? Come on.
I saw it a couple. I watched it a couple times, showed my buddies back home, and, you know, they all saw it, but, you know, I had to throw it on there just to, you know, brag a little bit.
Now, I don't like to dig myself, but I called that. Now, you know that. Did you get the audio on that, too?
Yeah, I heard it. You guys did a pretty good job.
my partner had the call, but, man, I said, Fizz, he's going deep, man. I'm dialing 8 on him. And, you know, that ball went up, and I could tell that it was going to carry out. The wind was blowing out that day, but that's a story you'll tell your kids forever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't care if the wind was blowing out or not. But,
hey, Mike, we have it for you for your listening pleasure. Here it is again. He skies that one in the air, left field, drifting back. Craig Monroe, he's at the wall. Can you believe this? His first major league at bat, and Mike Napoli has hit a home run.
Welcome to the big leagues, young man. This is exactly what the Halos need.
All right, Mike, you've got to tell us about the phone calls you received when you got back to the hotel.
Oh, man, my phone was blown up. I mean, I had message after message. I mean, people that I haven't talked to in forever were calling. I mean, it was an awesome feeling. You know, I got to talk to my mom, you know, first, and she was ecstatic, and it was a great feeling. It's something else.
She had a funny comment when you were first called up to the big leagues?
Yeah, she thought I was messing with her, but...
Here comes Quinlan, and the Angels have their 4th run.
I gotta go some props to my boy.
Look at him, man. I like that. See, he's a team player. He's a young player, too. He knows the importance of that. He don't want the veterans getting on him. See, the veterans that get on him now, if he sits down there in his little seat and he's talking on TV. Nappy, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, way to go, man. Way to give your guys some love. That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you gotta be there for the guys. They're gonna be there for you, so, you know, always be there for them.
And here's Jeff Mathis popping up, reaching in Loney to make a fine catch. And that'll do it, but the Angels had a run. And Mike, good luck this year. Stay healthy.
Yeah, I will. We're gonna have a good year. I'm very excited.
That's Mike Napoli, the Angels catcher. He'll be in there Monday when the Angels take on the Texas Rangers.
You're watching FSN West.
Got an MLB mindset? You'll need it. The #1 baseball game is back. MLB 07, The Show. Rated E for everyone. Available on PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable.
Guys love going out for buffalo wings. That is, when they're with the guys.
What?
The Buffalo Chicken Sandwich. New at Carl's Jr.
Stay at any Best Western and earn double points or double miles with our free loyalty program, Gold Crown Club International. AAA members earn triple rewards now through April 13th. Join today at bestwestern.com.
How does it feel to own America's favorite truck? The Ford F-150, with more towing power and more payload than anything in its class. You hear some pretty big claims about trucks these days, but no one carries the load of a Ford F-150. So why fool around with an imitation? Ford has been America's favorite truck for 30 years. Hurry in and get 0% for 60 months on a new F-150. It's that simple. It all ends April 2nd.
Angels fans, the brand new Hall of Fame team store is now open on the terrace level behind home plate. That's right, the terrace level. The Hall of Fame team store is open during Angels home games and features the largest selection of Angels merchandise in the stadium. If you're an Angels hat collector, stop by the Hall of Fame team store and see one of the largest hat walls in Major League Baseball. From jerseys to hats to rally monkeys, the new Hall of Fame team store and the team store on the field level will take care of every Angels fan. And talking with some Major League Baseball officials, they say it's the finest team store in all of baseball, right here at the ballpark and the terrace level. Well, here is Darren Oliver, one of the new additions to the Angels bullpen. Darren Oliver, lefty. He was mainly called on to get lefty hitters out and had a solid .344 earned run average. Quickly gets a strike on the inner half. Just missing outside is Darren. Oliver, now 36 years old, from Kansas City, Missouri. That's where he's born. His dad, Bob Oliver, played for the Kansas City Royals, slugging first baseman. Played a little bit with the Angels as well. Andy LaRoche now the batter as Darren with a 2-2 count. Up the middle. Rodriguez there. Quinlan got his foot back on the bag in time, and that's the first out of the 8th inning. Now in the offseason, the Angels went after help with the bullpen. They got that in Oliver and Justin Spire. They needed help in the offense, particularly after losing Juan Rivera. Gary Matthews is the center fielder, and then they signed Shea Hillenbrand to replace Juan until he's back and healthy.
Okay, these are all really nice acquisitions by the Angels. There's places that they need them. The Angels have a veteran in Oliver right here that we're seeing. That he can be a situational lefty. He's got experience. He had an outstanding year with the Mets. He's been around a long time. He's a veteran. He also can lead. It's important the characters you get on your team. When you acquire a guy, you know, you're going to check him all out. You're going to ask around, what's he like in the clubhouse? And he's going to be a great addition. Not only what he can do on the bump, as John Lackey would say, but what he can do in the clubhouse. He's good. Woo, Spire's good. That was a little bit of hair there for him. Now, he's not going to throw real hard, but, you know, that's getting up there close to 90.
And it almost looked like the kid Blake DeWitt was looking for that breaking ball after seeing it sweep away. He got a fastball inner half here.
Nice spot. Anyway, Spire is going to be a really nice compliment to those guys out there, Frankie and Shields, man. He's going to come in there. Plus, he has a little different look. He's got a funky arm action. Great acquisition to make that strong bullpen even stronger. Hillenbrand answered a designated hitter question. You know, that takes care of that. So I think Bill Stoneman did a nice job in his offseason acquisitions.
Valdez now will bunt. Barehanding is Brandon Wood, but it glances off his thumb, and that should go as a base hit for Wilson Valdez.
You know, he can handle the barehand play in shortstop just the same way from third, except the throw's a little bit different. You really got to get that throw up the line to be accurate with it. He kind of rushed that. That ball was hit a little bit too hard, too. If it's rolling, see how it bounced? When it's a little bit too firm, you know, you're taking a chance. I think he had a chance to to use his glove there and make a play on that one. But, you know, he's going to learn. This kid won't be long. He'll be making that in his sleep.
In the air, left center field. Reggie Willits calling off Tommy Murphy to make the catch, and that will end the Dodger half of the 8th inning. Angels head to the last of the 8th with a 4-2 lead in the Freeway Series.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado. It's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on the all-new Chevy Silverado, the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today. For cash? Just call 866-590-CASH and get up to $10,000 as fast as tomorrow with no collateral, just your signature. Cash Call has faith in you. Just call 866-590-CASH.
The search for something better.
All this, manifest destiny, meant to be,
will lead them to a normal life.
We can do this.
Move into dead people's houses and pretend to be them.
To go behind the scenes of the new FX series, The Riches, visit Cox.com today.
School?
Come on, it'll be real fun.
It will kill their tiny minds.
Go online to order or upgrade Cox's crazy fast high-speed internet, and you can pick up your very own webcam. And don't miss The Riches, starring Eddie Izzard and Minnie Driver, Mondays at 10, only on FX.
Through the years, many things pass from father to son, like Aqua Velva Aftershave. Smells great, cools, firms, and tones. Cool. Aqua Velva, men get it.
Make a smooth approach. Make smooth contact with Electric Shave Pre-Shave Lotion. Stands up whiskers for up to a 52% closer shave. Electric Shave. Blade close, electric smooth.
FSN West presents Angels Baseball, brought to you by Southern California Ford. Not just miles per gallon, but more fun per gallon. Steve Physiok, Rex Hudler, 43,777 tonight. Angels 4, Dodgers 2, and on Monday it's opening day on FSN West. And the Angels will try and get back to the American League West Championship with Vladdy and GA and all the fellas. Sean Figgins, when he gets healthy, will be ripping it. It's the Rangers and Angels. Angels live at 6 o'clock here on FSN West. Dodgers bringing in their stars as well. Guys like Mark Teixeira and Michael Young. Well, we will see a new pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that man will be Jonathan Malone, a 6'3" right-hander, 22 years old, out of Houston, Texas. Acquired in the 5th round of the June 2005 draft. He will face Brandon Wood.
This kid, they really like his arm. Brady Little was telling me in his office, he says, man, he's got a hard fastball. He's got a big, hard curve. That southern draw that he has. That's always nice. They love the young kids that throw hard. Big, big, hard curve. Power on power.
This young man hit a lot of home runs last year, 25. Also had 40-plus doubles, and a fastball barely misses inside. And I asked Brandon Wood before the game, who's made, as a player, the biggest impact, and he said the guy whose locker was next to him in Tempe, Shea Hillenbrand. Said he would ask him all kinds of baseball questions. Why did you handle this situation? And he said, as an example, 2 nights ago I struck out on a 3-2 fastball down the middle, took it looking, and he said, Brandon, that's your pitch. You have to be swinging at a 3-2 fastball. You've got to be looking for it.
Well, you know, see, Mike Scioscia, he controls the team and runs the team, and he handles everything down to where the guys sit in their locker rooms, in the locker. You know, it's important. You want to put a veteran next to a young guy. You know, that kind of stuff, you know, is where you learn most about the game. In the downtime, sitting in the clubhouse.
A 3-hop grounder hit to the shortstop to Jesus. He throws out Wood. So with the Angels leading 4-2, they were trailing 2-0 after the Dodgers scored 2 off Joe Saunders in the first inning. Saunders went 4 as he shut out the Dodgers the next 3 frames, threw a lot of pitches. Meantime, Brad Penny went for the Dodgers and pitched very well, but did not find fortune in that 4th inning when the Angels had either some seeing eye base hits, some bunts, or balls dropped by outfielders as Willits tries to bunt his way on. The Angels scored 3 times in the 4th and another time in the 7th on a double by Quinlan and 2 wild pitches. Willits was hit in the foot in that 4th inning that moved the runners along and allowed the Angels to tie the game and then take the lead. A second bunt try by Reggie. Now he's down 0-2. So Malone has the advantage. Positives for the Angels we've seen this year, but 2 more positives getting healthy in a hurry, Hud. Jared Weaver and Bartolo Colon.
Woo. And the rest of the American League West, they hear those 2 names and they shudder. Like, oh man, those guys are coming back. Oh, those Angels are already strong.
Colon won the Cy Young 2 years ago and then not healthy because of the shoulder problem last year. And my goodness, he has really been pitching well and threw again this morning. Reported great health. His fastball was in the low to mid 90s, mixing in the breaking ball and the changeup as well. And there is strike 3 called on the curve from Malone.
There's that hard hammer of a curveball.
Hey, spend Easter with the Angels. Make your reservations today for on Sunday, April 8th at the Home Plate Club, and then watch the Angels take on the A's. Now, Rex kids 2 through 12 in attendance can participate in an Easter egg hunt located on the outfield grass. As a reminder, game tickets are necessary for the brunch, so just call 714-940-2470 to make your Easter brunch reservations today, so there'll be an Easter egg hunt on the field after the game.
How old do you have to be?
2 through 12, so you are not allowed on the field.
What do you mean? I don't get an exemption.
Ouch. Murphy gets struck. Ooh, that would break a few Easter eggs.
Well, that hit him in the elbow. It hurts. It's going to hurt no matter where it gets you. But I can tell by the way he's carrying his elbow where it hit him. That thing will go numb after a while. Let's see. That elbow's a tough place, man. Let me tell you, the joints, your elbows, your hands, knees, those are all tough. You prefer, if you're going to get hit, take it on the backside or in the wallet.
So Tommy Murphy hit by Jonathan Malone. And now the batter is Nick Gorneau, 0 for 2. Gorneau twice had a excuse me plays where he didn't mean to do it, chopped a ground ball and a half swing back to the pitcher, and did the same thing on a half swing back to the pitcher again in the 6th. Ball pops out of the glove, so a tough time by the catchers the last couple of innings. May is the new catcher for the Dodgers now after Kelly Stinnett went 7. That'll go as a pass ball, and moving into scoring position, Tommy Murphy. Boy, this is going to be a great year for Major League Baseball with all the things that could happen. Barry Bonds going for Henry Aaron's all-time home run record. And HUD, there are 3 other guys, or 2 others I should say, going for 600. Sammy Sosa back with the Rangers. He'll be here on Monday. And Ken Griffey Jr.
Wow. That's a lot of dingers.
Angels in interleague play will be in Cincinnati to see Junior this year. We're going to see 2 new ballparks in St. Louis and Cincinnati that you and I haven't been to. Malone with the 3-1 to Gorneau, and he waves at the offering. 3-2.
That'd be pretty awesome in that little St. Louis trip, seeing their old buddies, Adam Kennedy, Eckstein, Spezio. That's on the road if you folks want to fly out to St. Louis. It's a 2-hour flight. Jimmy Edmonds is on that team. That's June 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Busch Stadium will be hopping.
Gorneau with a high chopper over the pitcher. And DeJesus with a marvelous play, but no chance to get Gorneau, who runs well.
Look at this play. I like it. He's coming in on a dead run. That's athleticism. Gorneau is hungry to make this ball club. Got him another spring training knock.
Angels with runners in the corners, and Heinle Stacia. Stacia just 21 years old. Curaçao is in the Netherlands Antilles, and he speaks like 4 different languages. Very bright young man.
What kind of fish did he catch?
Well, he's not sure, but Sean Figgins knows their first names.
The fishes?
You betcha. Sean loves to fish.
Fish. Speaking of fish, he's coming back at bobblehead night, man. That's Tuesday night.
Yep. And they've got the K-Rod t-shirt giveaway on Thursday, and as we told you, fans are plenty of great seats available for Thursday night's game against the defending American League West champion Oakland A's. So get good seats for Thursdays's game. Stacia swings and misses.
How about Troy Percival signing a minor league contract, being activated, and is he gonna? He's got to be in uniform. He's going to throw the first pitch out. He's got to be in uni, huh? On Monday. That's opening night. That should be exciting.
You know what? It was an absolute blast to broadcast so many of his saves. He's the all-time saves leader in Angels history. So Percy's coming back. Ooh, how about that hook? Oh man, I'm telling you what, I think that crossed up May.
Well, they talked about,
he stabbed at that
this
HUD.
kid's hard curveball. The scouts raved about it, man. That poor catcher, man, he's like, hey, I've never seen one like that. Watch this hammer. Look at that. Oh! He got crossed up, though.
I know, but he shouldn't have got crossed up. Nobody's at second base.
That thing was like that. He was looking for a straight fastball. Got crossed up, and you got to get on the same page or someone could get hurt back there.
Well, he throws another wicked hammer and strikes out Stacia. The Angels threaten but do not score. Speaking of saves, and Troy Percival, the guy who replaced him. K-Rod is coming up next.
Frankie. Frankie, go! Go, let's go! Yeah.
It's on, even when the lights aren't.
It's on when there's an emergency.
It's on whenever I need it.
With Verizon, when the power goes out, your phone stays on. Plus, we handle over 1.2 billion calls a day with over 99.9% reliability. That's tough to beat.
My phone, it's always on.
Verizon, it's the network.
There's a new Land Rover. The all-new Land Rover LR2.
Francisco Rodriguez, the Sporting News American League Fireman of the Year and the American League Rolaids Relief Man Award last year. Single season saves record for the Angels, 47. He set it last year with a brilliant season. At a 1.73 earned run average, allowed just 52 hits, walked 28, and struck out 98. And Frankie has a changeup now.
Yeah, how about that? Like he needed an extra pitch. Most closers that throw hard usually just have fastball, curveball, or slider, a little off speed. But now he's got 3. Makes him even more effective.
Angels trying to go 19-14 and end their spring campaign in the Freeway Series. Take 2 of the 3 against the Dodgers. Angels won on Thursday 6-1. Lost last night 13-4, but came from behind tonight after trailing 2-0. They rallied for 3 in the 4th and 1 more in the 7th for a 4-2 lead. It is Rodriguez facing young Ivan De Jesus. Checks his swing and rolls it foul, and this is not a fair situation. 0-2 count with a single-A player against the best closer in baseball last year.
Yeah, but if you're De Jesus, you're liking this right now. You're all to gain, nothing to lose. You're taking the plane out to the minor leagues tomorrow, man. He's pumped. He's going to tell his buddies, I got to face K-Rod.
Well, I don't know about that, Hud.
Hey, better him than me. That's all I can say.
He rushed that fastball up there at 95 with some hair on it that was running up and in on the 19-year-old De Jesus.
Yeah, man, you know, we just the first spring training game we did, or the second one, and you're already using my vocabulary, man. There was some hair on that one.
Boy, had some good run on it. Left field, Curtis Pride, the new left fielder, comes on to make the catch, and that's out number 2 as Lucas May, the catcher, pops up to left. So the Angels 1 out away from taking the Freeway Series and ending their spring training with the most wins in the American League West. Texas, Oakland came on today with 15 each. Angels Live will be following next. Great program you'll hear throughout the season after Angels games. And of course, Bill McDonald and Mark Gubazar will be doing a lot of the preseason action with Rex Hudler and Jose Mota.
Can't wait, man. Our new team this year, guys we get to work with all the time the last few years, man, it's fun. We want to keep you after these games are over. Keep you. We're going to give you some updated analysis. The beautiful Lindsey Soto, though, is filling in for Billy Mack tonight.
And Frankie Rodriguez with the first pitch strike to Adam Godwin, outfielder. There's the fastball down at the knees at 94, and it's 0-2. So the crowd of 43,377 picking up.
No. Hey.
Another fastball fouled off.
Fouled up there, kind of getting close. Look at Frankie.
He's not throwing that breaking ball.
No,
he's going right after him.
He's not messing around. Game for him, but you could never tell it. He's getting ready for Monday. He wants to close down John Lackey's game with a halo victory.
He got him on the hammer, broken it into the dirt. Mathis blocking it, and the Angels win the final game of the Freeway Series, 4-2 the final score. The bullpen, which will be a strength all year long, a strength in this one, Hud. Buchek, Rysop, Oliver, Rodriguez, shutout baseball.
Hey, let me tell you, the Angels have the lead past the 6th inning. They're going to be tough to beat. Could be an exciting championship season. I'm excited about getting it going, Fizz, but to show the last spring training game, the smiles on their faces, going into the regular season with a winning camp, that's always important.
How nasty was the last pitch, Rex? Because I say that because it was not a strike.
Oh, it bit like a big dog, man. That thing just, watch the bite on this hammer. That thing just, it didn't even start up high, but man, he fooled the hitter so badly, he didn't have a clue what was coming. But we see a lot of hitters do this, especially if you've never faced him. A lot of hitters will check their swing on that big slider. A big, hard one.
Just cannot see that spin on the slider, and the Angels, after winning game 1 on Thursday against the Dodgers 6-1, they fell last night 13-4, but they rebound and pitch quite well. From Joe Saunders to Chris Buchek to Chris Rysop to Darren Oliver to Francisco Rodriguez, the Angels win it 4-2 and now end their spring training of 2007 with a record of 19-14. Well, Angels Live starts right now. And the Dodgers finish their spring training with a record of 17-16-1. The Angels rally from 2 down to score 3 times in the 4th and 1 more in the 7th and win it 4-2. Right now, let's go to Jose Mota.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Ron Renicky, Angels bench coach. This is your 2nd spring training in charge of getting everything together. Tell me how it went overall.
It went good. I'm glad it's over. Spring training is really difficult for a lot of people, but for a bench coach, there's a lot more work involved in getting the daily schedule. It's during ball games, running guys in and out because we change so much. During the season, it's a lot nicer.
How about coming home to this type of crowd for the young players especially? What do you think they get out of this experience tonight?
Oh, this is great. They're excited. Even if they don't get in at all and all of a sudden you give them a little, hey, be ready in the 9th inning, they're still like, great, I get to go in. So it's a good atmosphere. It's great for them, especially the guys that, we hope are going to be here in the future. And for one game to just get that feeling is a good experience for them.
Well, Ron, and for you is something new also having the outfield of a healthy Garrett Anderson, Gary Matthews in center field, Vladdy Guerrero in right. It's going to be a blessing for you to say these guys can really produce for the Angels this season.
Well, I think so, and it's gone really well this spring. Gary's played great defense out there. A healthy Garrett Anderson is just huge. He's got a smile on his face every day. He knows he feels good. He runs good. He hits good. He throws good. We're pretty excited to see him back to the way we used to have him.
There's some decisions to be made. Now, what is going to be the toughest decision regarding the Angels and making the final roster and turning it in tomorrow?
Well, right now I'm heading in to talk to a couple of guys. So Mike's got a lot of guys he's going to talk to. I'm going to talk to him before we go in to try to give him a heads up. And you know, it's that last roster spot for the pitching too. You know, in the bullpen and then the spot for the regular, and you know, with it Murphy and Mathis, and you know, whether you keep 3 catchers or whether you go with the extra outfielder, and that's the decisions that we have made, and we're going to go clean that up now.
We really appreciate your time. We know that it feels like, because I've been on the other side receiving the bad news sometimes. Thanks a lot, Rag.
So have I. Unfortunately, most of the time I was on the bad end of it.
Thanks a lot, Rag. Well, the Angels come out in style too, and guys, I'll tell you what, he's got a tough job tonight because he's got to tell somebody who probably played very well this spring that he's not going to be on the opening 25-man roster. It happens to everybody at some point, right, Mark? Let's go to Lindsay, and Mark, it was up on the rocks.
Thanks a lot, Jose. It certainly does happen to everybody. I'm sure it's a tough moment. Never happened to you, I'm sure.
No, my first year down there, you know, they got me early enough in camp where there's some of these guys come in here to Angel Stadium with that expectation to stay. Maybe I'm going to make this roster, but it's a tough call for the manager. Mike Scioscia is going to bring everybody in there, make that decision. What's going to make them the deepest club they can have to be able to win this division this year, and hopefully he'll make the right decisions and go forward.
And the Dodgers are making the same cuts in their clubhouse right now as we speak. So a few people a little bit nervous in those 2 clubhouses right now. I'm Lindsay Soto. This is Mark Gubza. This is Angels Live, our first time out here at the Rock Pile this season for 2007. And the good news is spring training is over, and when we come back Monday, it will be for the real thing. And, you know, a lot of people think that these 2 clubs that we just saw today might actually face one another in the World Series, that they're that good.
Well, I think both of them have just a ton of strengths. There's maybe weaknesses in the power department in both clubs, but when you talk about the Angels, why they didn't win it last year was their defense, or lack thereof defense. And then you had a guy like Gary Matthews Jr. He had a couple doubles today, but you saw what he's able to do in this Freeway Series as far as defensive play, going slide in there and making the plays. But getting in that leadoff position, working the counts, driving the ball the opposite way, that's what he's going to bring to the dimension of this club right now. He can steal some bags, but he also has got some pop too, and he can drive in you 85 RBIs and hit you about 15 to 20 home runs, play great defense. That gives Mike Scioscia something a little bit different than what he had last year. Sean Figgins did a great job as far as stealing bases. Now when he comes back at some point here in mid-April, he'll go back to that number 9 slot and give him even more speed. But right now they look really deep as far as their lineup and their defense.
Gary Matthews Jr. went 2 for 2 today. Both of his hits were doubles. Jose Mota, want to bring you back in and ask for your thoughts on what you saw out of Gary Matthews Jr. this spring. Obviously, there was some controversy surrounding him as far as how he had to deal with the allegations about the HGH, which he said he never in fact took, but was sent to his house allegedly, and yet he had a good spring nonetheless. Didn't distract him.
I tell you what, from day one in spring training, Lindsay, when we saw him, you know, there's a guy that obviously was carrying a lot on his shoulders, but he wanted to just talk baseball for a reason. You know, he signed the big contract. He knows the responsibility that comes with a big contract, and by the way, he's leading out for the Angels and playing center field. He was marvelous, a true professional, and I think overall the way things went, the way the organization supported him, and the way he came out and talked about it, I think just cleared his head. If you look at his numbers, actually, from the middle of spring till now, they were even better. And there's no doubt the human factor took over where he didn't have to worry about. He had the support of his teammates overall, the whole organization, manager Mike Scioscia. And I think what he's going to bring is this, a guy that's going to give you a good at-bat at the top of the order, and a guy that also will benefit from having the guys on the bottom of the order get on because he's so good at situational hitting. You know, here's a guy that will know when to take a pitch at 3-1. He knows when to take a pitch at 2-0, and also he knows when to swing at those counts, which is something that overall with experience you acquire. A plus acquisition for the Angels and G. Matthews Jr.
Yeah, Jose, what do you hear about maybe these final roster spots? I know there's a battle there for a couple extra outfield positions. You got maybe 2 or 3 catchers, another bullpen spot too. What do you hear about who's got that edge right now? Because we're going to find out before long what is that 25-man roster.
And who's in the mix?
You know what? I would doubt that they go with 3 catchers. I just don't see a need. If perhaps, say, Mike Napoli was nursing maybe some sore legs, then you might see Mike Scioscia flex enough to say, let's carry 3 catchers. With Molina and Napoli, I think they're very solid. Mathis, by the way, we'll see what happens. I'm not making other decisions right now, but also that bullpen spot, a couple of guys in Buchek, Serrano, not on the roster. Now, the guy on the roster is Rizop, and he pitched today and pitched quite well. So it'll be an opportunity for either, do they have flexibility in the roster to make a move if one of those guys makes a team? The one thing that made it real easy for them, I'll tell you what it is, Carrasco going back to the bullpen, and also Dustin Mosley now in the starting rotation. The other thing is, Eric Ibar, I spoke with him today, the Angels infielder, sprained foot, but he's going to be ready according to him. He took some treatment yesterday, and now with Sean Figginson's injury, the question becomes, do you keep either Willits, Murphy, or do you add also Gorneau to the mix? Because you know you have Quinlan, Molina, Hillenbrand to back everybody up, along with Master Sturris, who's going to be the everyday third baseman. So it's not an easy job, but somebody's got to do it right now. I'm glad I'm not in that clubhouse.
Yeah, so are you saying then 3 guys or 2 out of those 3, the Murphy, Willits, Gorneau?
My
Probably
guess is 2 of those. My guess is 2 of those guys will make the team because of Sean Figgins' injury, and that opening up the spot now because of obviously Quinlan maybe seeing some playing time against lefties, but at the same time, we don't know if there might be a surprise here and there. That can happen too.
Well, you know, when you mentioned Nick Gorneau, here's a right-handed bat with some pop off the bench. We see a lot of speed throughout this lineup, but there's not a ton of power. Is that something Mike Scioscia might think about, that little extra pop to come off the bench and spell maybe Vlad every once in a while and let him DH?
You'll have to think about it, only because Nick also had a great spring, and he got the award, the Frey-Haney Award for the outstanding rookie. You know, not only because of the numbers he brought from last season, the last couple of seasons in the minor leagues, but the fact that he had a solid spring and he has shown versatility to play the corner outfield. I think his age is going to help by this way. He's a guy that they know that if they send him to AAA, he's going to play, but I think he's at a point of his career where he can actually sit on the bench and give you some good ABs.
Jose, thank you so much. I don't know how soon the Angels will be opening up the clubhouse, as obviously Soch has to meet with quite a few players. But why don't you head on in and come back and tell us who is going to be on this roster come Monday. And obviously we've been speaking about these 3 outfield guys fighting for a spot. We've talked about Nick Gorneau, and he moments ago caught up with Chris Geeter-McGee.
All right, guys, here we are with Nick Gorneau. Nick, I know this is kind of a tense moment for you. You're going to find out soon if you make the ball club. You had a great spring. You had to think you put yourself in a good position.
Well, you know, my goal this spring was just to come out here, work hard every day, lay it all on the line, and you know, I've accomplished that, and now, you know, that's all I could do.
You know, you beat out that infield little ground ball you had in the 8th inning, and the HUD man said during the broadcast he is hungry to make this ball club.
Well, you know, I've had a lot, and all the hard work I think is coming together now with my game. I have more confidence with everything I do, and it's all about playing hard every day, every moment I get a chance to get on the field.
Tell us what it's like playing in front of this sold-out crowd, Angel Stadium.
It's a blast, you know, what an atmosphere. You know, you know, it doesn't really get much better than this. You know, I'm really excited to have future confrontations with these guys. It's heated, and it's a lot of intensity.
As spring training comes to an end, Nick Gorneau put himself in a great position. Good luck, Nick, the rest of the way. Back to you guys.
Chris Geeter-McGee, while Jose heads into the Angels clubhouse to find out who made the cut there, Chris McGee will head into the Dodgers clubhouse and bring you the news on who's going to be on the Dodgers club come Monday. And, you know, all of these guys that are possibilities for the Angels, it's a real strong statement about their farm system. They are ranked, according to Baseball America, in the top 5 as far as their minor league system, and they are the only team in the big leagues that have been in the top 5 in each of the last 5 years.
Well, I mean, you see Brandon Wood there at third base. You know, he made that transition from shortstop to third. He's got tremendous power. We think of Troy Gloss when you look at Brandon Wood with the development he's having. Of course, I saw Nick Adenhart down in spring training. He was absolutely dominant, throwing 93, 94 mile an hour at the knees. Eric Ibar, another great player with a lot of speed. He's hurt right now a little bit, but I'll tell you, I saw a strong arm. He could play the outfield. He had a couple home runs. This farm system is loaded once again, so if anybody goes down, and during the course of the season, Lindsay, some players will go down. It's the strength of your minor league system allows you to win a division. That's what they got going right now.
And we saw that with the Dodgers last year, and their farm system is certainly on the way up also, and a lot of guys stepped in and played very well for them last season. It was the rookie year. You know, another guy that came up through the Angels farm system, this guy right here, K-Rod, had a wonderful night tonight for the Angels, picked up a save in the last game of spring training as the Angels beat the Dodgers 4-2. We're back in a bit.
One season removed from an MLS championship, the Galaxy made one of the biggest acquisitions in sports history. But it's the cast of supporting characters that will determine whether or not they return to the form that made them champions. The Galaxy season preview, Sunday at 9:30 on FSN West.
This is the shape of Hyundai today. The all-new Santa Fe, built right here in America. completely redesigned with elbow room for up to 7. And more standard safety features than Toyota Highlander. Plus, America's best warranty. Costs $3,500 less than Highlander. So go on, take a test drive. The all-new fuel-efficient Santa Fe from Hyundai. Get the all-new Santa Fe, starting at $21,715 at Hyundai.
People say when I grow up, I should be like my dad. My dad's food makes people happy. Like his new sirloin steak and mushroom ciabatta with marinated sirloin steak, seasoned mushrooms, real provolone, and grilled onions on his famous ciabatta bread. But I don't want to make steak sandwiches. I want to be a vegetarian. Vegetarians are the best. What I like most about vegetarians is when my dog hurt his paw, we took him to the vegetarian and he got all better.
Buy a day and get the year free with a Six Flags Magic Mountain Play Pass. Get unlimited visits for the price of a one-day ticket, plus 5 free tickets for friends, and a free ticket to Hurricane Harbor Water Park. Plus, ride the new Tatsu, the world's tallest, fastest flying coaster. So buy a day now and get the entire year free with no blackout dates. Go to sixflags.com or Ralph's. Six Flags Magic Mountain. You are here.
Hit the road to your Southern California Chevy dealer for the Chevy Spring Sales event. Get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash on an 07 Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. They're backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. It's the final days for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash when you buy a Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. Hurry, it all ends April 3rd. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com today.
Angels Live is brought to you by Hyundai. Take the Hyundai Challenge. Visit thehyundaichallenge.com. And by Jack in the Box and Jack's Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy, crispy, or grilled chicken breast with a smoky chipotle sauce.
Welcome back to Angels Live. The Angels win the third game of the Freeway Series against the Dodgers, 4-2 the final score. That is the 11th win in the last 12 games against the Dodgers for the Angels. The Hyundai highlight of the night. What a grab in the third inning. Wilson Bettamy robbing Vlad Guerrero of a base hit.
Showing some great athletic ability. That ball was rocketed by Vlad, too. That's the hot corner we always talk about. And, of course, Bettamy made a nice play reacting and getting up and made that throw to get Vlad.
All right, so we've heard from Jose Mota, we've heard from Chris Geeter-McGee, including one of the players, and now it's time to bring in the guys that called the game, Steve Physiok and Rex Hudler. So, guys, we want to talk about the pitchers because there are obviously a few guys that aren't here tonight that are still in Arizona, right, working out a little bit, and that is Jeff Weaver and Bartolo Colon. And do you think that they're going to be okay when mid-April?
Absolutely. When you take a look at Bartolo Colon throwing today down in Tempe, and he threw very well, low to mid-90s. His changeup, his slider, his sinking fastball was all working, and they feel really that he has made incredible progress because they didn't expect either Colon or Weaver to be ready this quickly, Hud.
That's right. The game Bartolo won last year, he threw 92 miles an hour. He could still be an effective pitcher because of his experience, the fact he's got a two-seamer and a nice little changeup. He'd be effective. But the fact that he's bringing it up close to mid-90s, that's old Bartolo Colon. Watch out. The rest of the American League West and the American League might be a little nervous.
And how about Dreamweaver? Jared was outstanding last year, one of the top rookie pitchers in baseball.
I talked to him a week or so ago, and he said he's right on track. He's going to be okay. He should be back in that rotation in no time at all. And Weaver, man, he learned a lot last year, a lot like Mike Napoli. I think it's going to be a real good year for Halo pitchers. But this guy, he was phenomenal. Breaking Whitey Ford's record for consecutive games as a rookie? That's sick, man. That record stood for a long time. This kid has great deception, very difficult to hit, hard to pick up, nasty breaking stuff, good command, sharp command, can knock a fly off a buzzard wagon from that far off the dish, Gooby. Unbelievable. You saw him last year. I think the Angels are very happy about their two guys that are going to help them out.
Well, another guy who can hit a fly off a buzzard wagon is going on Monday. That is John Lackey against the Texas Rangers. And we talked to some scouts who say this guy could win a Cy Young this year.
Big John, man, I'll tell you what, he's the right guy to be the number one. You want a guy who can strike you out, who's a power pitcher, but also his tenacity, his leadership, all of those, that mound presence. He's tough. He's a tough Texan. We saw him scrap last year with Jason Kendall. This guy's perfect guy to lead off the Angels, although there are 3 or 4 guys on the staff that could be '1 starters. It looks really good this year.
Well, it really could be a terrific opening day because you have 2 tough guys out there. Kevin Millwood, 6'4", John Lackey, 6'6", both have very good fastballs. And, of course, the Angels' bullpen awfully strong as well. Let's go back to Lindsay and Mark.
Thanks so much, guys. And speaking of that bullpen, I know that you've been keeping your eye on Frankie Rodriguez this spring and a pitch that he's been working on.
Yeah, you know, last year you see him develop that fastball. He's always had a 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, that great curveball at 2 different speeds, but he's been using his changeup exclusively down in spring training. I'll tell you what, he's throwing back-to-back, repeating the changeup pitches and throwing for strikes. So if you throw an 83-mile-an-hour changeup, then his curveball and his fastball 95 is virtually unhittable, and that's what he did again tonight, and he did throughout spring training. That's why this bullpen, you got Frankie anchored at the back end, you got Justin Spire, you got Scott Shields. You have it all as far as a dominant bullpen. And, of course, Frankie, look at that ability to throw the breaking ball for strikes. He has that competitive edge. He wants the baseball. Most importantly, a lot of guys like and want to be closers, but he's one of those guys that wants the ball world and strike those guys out. That's why he's been such a dominant closer.
Best bullpen in baseball?
No, I don't see anyone even close. Minnesota Twins, somewhat close, but the Angels certainly have an edge on them.
What about the starter from tonight, Joe Saunders? It was kind of between him and Hector Carrasco for a little while there for that 5th spot. They decided they wanted to keep Hector in the bullpen. He started the other night. He looked really good. Joe Saunders tonight, 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs and 9 hits. He kind of gave up a lot of hits, but they didn't get in.
But he didn't walk anybody, too, Lindsay. That's a big thing about Joe. And I love he's a great competitor. He'll rush the ball 89, 90 miles an hour. He got a good changeup, good curveball, but he throws strikes and makes them hit the ball. We talk about making contact. That's what he wants to do, make contact. Yeah, he did give up 9 hits, but he was able to get out of there with some key pitches. That's a perfect number 4, number 5 guy in the rotation. When you see Jarrett Weaver coming back and Bartola Colon coming back, going back to those guys, I saw them in spring training. They look fantastic. Joe might be squeezed out here and there, but he's a team guy. Whether they ask him to, to go down to bullpen or whatever they're going to do with him, he's going to go out there and take the ball and try to win every game.
Saw a lot of flares tonight. Just kind of left it
left a couple
little
fastballs
up,
but good stuff.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break right now. Still lots more to come here from Angels Stadium. We're going to find out who made the club for both the Angels and the Dodgers. The final score here tonight, 4-2. Back in a minute.
Whether you ride it, drive it, or tow it, Geico can help you insure it. Geico Power Sports. Let's ride. Spend a lot on your bike, not on your insurance. Geico Motorcycle. Let's ride.
The new Range Rover for 2007, designed for the extraordinary. Visit your local Land Rover Center.
Stay at any Best Western and earn double points or double miles with our free loyalty program, Gold Crown Club International. AAA members earn triple rewards now through April 13th. Join today.
Everybody knows 2 is better than 1, so Sit Safe is having its first double grand opening sale, celebrating the grand opening of 2 new superstores in Brea and Cerritos. You're killing me, Larry! Get twice the savings and twice as long to pay, with free financing for 2 years. Save hundreds of Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Spring Air, Miralax, Heirloom, and Tempur-Pedic, plus mattress pad, 2 pillows, bed frame, and local delivery free! I'll beat anyone's advertised price, or your mattress is free! In Santa Ana on Warner, just west of the 55 freeway.
Get ready for 3 days of non-stop go in the streets of Long Beach. Go watch the Champ Car World Series led by 3-time champion Sebastian Bourdais and his hot rookie teammate Graham Rahal. Go see the Long Beach debut of the American Le Mans Series race, drifting, Toyota Pro Celebrity race, and more. Go to enjoy 2 concerts, Lifestyle Expo, and all the things that make Long Beach famous. For tickets, longbeachjp.com, Ticketmaster, or call 1-888-82-SPEED. You know you've got to go.
You're watching FSN West.
It's Angels opening day on FSN West. The Angels' run of American League West pennants came to an end last season, but Vladimir Guerrero and company are ready to start another streak. The Halos feel pretty good about their chances. Texas feels good about their chances, too. With the bat of Mark Teixeira and a hopefully healthy Eric Gagne, the Rangers think they will be contenders, too. Angels opening day, Monday, starting at 6 on FSN West.
Unless your name is Rover, you shouldn't be digging for bones. Boneless buffalo wings. New at Carl's Jr.
It's just a cup holder in the all-new BMW X5. Making it bigger led us to create a new electronic shifter, which led to a new console with fold-out DVD system, which saved space for our first-ever third-row seat, complete with cup holder. Just a few of the countless ideas that make the X5 an ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X5 for $639 a month until April 30th.
Do you know your credit score? Do you know what's in your credit report? You can find out for free right now at freecreditreport.com.
Knowing my credit score helped me save money on my home loan.
Now we can monitor all 3 of our national credit reports every day.
It helps us save money and check for potential identity theft.
Just a few clicks, and I get my credit report and credit score free.
Log on now to freecreditreport.com.
Offer applies with the Roman Triple Advantage.
Everybody knows 2 is better than 1. So Sit and Safe is having its first double grand opening sale, celebrating the grand opening of 2 new superstores in Brea and Cerrito. You're killing me, Larry! Get twice the savings and twice as long to pay with free financing for 2 years. Save hundreds on the largest selection of Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Spring Air, Heirloom, Miralax, Tempur-Pedic, and the USA. Plus mattress pad, 2 pillows, bed frame, and local delivery free. Twice as much. I'll beat anyone's advertised price or your mattress is free.
Angels Live is brought to you by Hyundai. Take the Hyundai Challenge. Visit thehyundaichallenge.com.
Welcome back to Angels Live. 4-2 the final score here in the final game of the Freeway Series. Angels take 2 out of 3 from their crosstown rivals, the Dodgers. So we're still waiting to find out who made the ball club. So we're going to talk about a couple of guys that we know are on the team, some guys that are expected to make major contributions, the first of which, of course, the Angel fans are very familiar with, but had to sit out all last season practically because he had mono. I mean, this guy was just sick as a dog. Casey Kotchman should be a major contributor this year. He looked good.
Yeah, Lindsay, he's hit around, what, about 350 this spring, and I saw a couple of his home runs while I was out in Tempe, and the ball was jumping off his bat, and I mean, he just looks very comfortable. It's not an easy guy where he's hitting against Contreras, who's got some of the best stuff in baseball, and you see him turn on a fastball up in the strike zone, hit it out there in Tempe Stadium, too. So the pop is there. 10 RBIs this season. But the big thing for me, though, Lindsay, is the fact that he's at first base. He makes their defense that much better. Guys, at times, they told me during spring training that they were a little uncomfortable thrown over to whoever they had out of position at first base last year. Casey Kotchman's a future Gold Glover. He's going to make that defense that much better.
And he went 1 for 1 tonight and scored a run. And another guy, the guy that at second this year, will be Howie Kendrick, who is not a new face to the team. Angel fans became quite familiar with him last year while he was kind of the second baseman in waiting. Adam Kennedy went out of his way to help him along, wasn't intimidated by the fact that he was clearly there to take his job. He's had a great spring.
Oh, he's hit the ball extremely hard. And we can only say this is numbers in the Cactus League in spring training. Doesn't really count. But when you look at what he did throughout his minor league career, 360 hitter, every step he's been up, whether it's A-ball, double-A. He loves the game. He's got some power, too. He's hit some balls out the dead center field this spring. Great speed. He's got a tremendous smile. The guy just loves the game, has a passion for him, and plays a solid second base. Good range on that right side now with Howie Kendrick and Casey Kotchman.
That smile, he seems like the kind of guy that they should be ready to market in the next few years. You should be seeing his face on billboards across Southern California. And you mentioned his power. Is that something that he maybe worked on in the offseason? He only hit 4 home runs last year.
Well, the big thing is he's hitting 6th or 7th in the lineup. A lot of people envision him being a number 3 hitter, battling for an American League batting championship at some point. But I saw him in Tucson hit one dead center field, 405 sign, a 40-foot wall, cleared that easily in Tucson, so that tells me he's got the power. He's not going to be a 40 home run guy, but maybe a 20 home run, 25 home run guy with some stolen base capabilities.
All right, well, we promised you that we would tell you who made the club, but apparently the clubhouses are not yet open because they're still waiting around to tell the guys on the team. So I guess we're not going to be able to make good on that promise. Read the paper tomorrow morning or hop online right now. The Angels finish out spring training 19-14. Their record, the Dodgers are 17-16, and those numbers don't mean a thing because the 162 games that matter will start on Monday. Opening day, the Angels and the Rangers here at the Angels Stadium, and we will be here before the game with an Angels Live pregame show at 6 o'clock before the game. So tonight, the final score, 4-2, the Angels beat the Dodgers, take 2 out of 3 against LA. Have a good night, everybody.